Tonight's broadcast will begin in approximately 2 minutes. You're listening to Coleman Community Radio's channel for Coleman County sports. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 1 minute and 30 seconds. You're listening to Coleman Community Radio's Coleman County Sports Channel. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 1 minute. Listening to Coleman Community Radio's online channel for sports in Coleman County. Tonight's broadcast will begin in about 30 seconds.
It's an exclusive presentation of the Coleman County Sports Network, powered by Coleman Community Radio. Coleman's Live 95.
And he's got Frost on the pitch. He runs over the first man, lowers his shoulder, and bulls his way forward, dragging defenders down for about 7 yards after initial contact. Hall lines up in the backfield. They send a man around. It's going to be a jet sweep. He takes it off the right side. Got a hole. Cuts loose. Down to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. Aggies. Number 4, Jamison Goat. He's hitting the backfield. Big hit by guess who? Number 78, Carson Jennings. Frost bounces outside. He's across the 30. The 20, he's gone. Down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fairview.
This is the Fairview Aggies Sports Network, presented by 212 Insurance Group and powered by Coleman Community Radio. Coleman's Live 95.
The leaves are starting to change colors. Autumn is in the air. It's cold at night and in the early mornings. And this time of year, all across North Alabama, the fans of the teams are getting ready for the playoffs of high school football. Tonight we have a regional game between two teams, one of whom is celebrating homecoming. I'm talking about the Fairview Aggies and the Ardmore Eagles. I'm sorry, I meant to say Tigers, the Ardmore Tigers. One of these teams will come out on top. Will it be the unbeaten Aggies or the Tigers who are looking for a win? It's time to strap on the headgear and find out. It's time for Friday Night Live. I am Christopher Greer here at Dafford Smith Stadium, joined by my partner in crime, Joseph Greer, and also one of my friends who coaches with me, and I'm talking about Corey Harris. Guys, it's great to have you here tonight.
It's good to be here. Appreciate it. You guys had them. I'm glad football weather's finally got here.
I'm telling you, this time of year when football is played and it's kind of chilly just a bit, it's just right. Because, you know, you can make chili, you can make all the soups and stuff you've been wanting to make. And it's not sweaty and sticky and hot. Well, Kalia has joined the party. Good to see you, Kalia. She's from 212 Insurance Group. And this is a 212 Insurance Group pregame show. We should probably talk a little bit about the players of the week last week. And last week we had two of them. One of them was number 19, Barrett York. The other was number 50, and that would be Eric Gonzalez. And he had a pick six, Dad, that was very pretty.
It was. He's laid back and watched the eyes of the quarterback. And when he started to let her go, he made his move and got there way before the receiver was in position.
Well, we are watching the homecoming procession right now, and we actually have a Lamborghini parked down in front of us. That car was on a lot of young men's walls as posters. And they're getting all the people out from the procession. It's going to be a big party here tonight. And right now, not a whole lot of Ardmore people across the way, Dad. They didn't go through Tennessee and then come back into Alabama, to come down here and watch them play the Aggies. And
usually, as normal, we are full
right
already. But maybe they're still on the road. It is a longer way than what you think it is when you start driving it.
Oh, I know. We drove it last year, and not a fun drive at all.
No, it'd be real good to go now, though, so you can get your Powerball ticket up there and win that umpteen billion.
Right. Well, where we're at right now in the season, Fairview, of course, is 5-0. They're sitting atop the rankings in Region 8 of 5A, joined by Russellville, the University of Russellville. The other two teams that are primed to make a playoff run are Lawrence County and, surprisingly, Brewer. Brewer has had a good season this year. Currently, right now, I mean, they're doing pretty well.
Well, you and I've talked about Brewer before in their decade-long rebuild, but it's finally starting to pay off.
Well, that decade-long rebuild kept being re-upped, and it was made into a 4-decade-long rebuild. But it looks like it's starting to bear fruit now because they're starting to win some football games. At the bottom of our region is Ardmore, West Point, and East Limestone. Ardmore has won one game so far this year, and it's been a whole lot of disappointment besides that. They beat Elkmont, and that was a couple of weeks ago, but they've got losses to Brewer, West Morgan, West Limestone, Lawrence County, and honestly, I think they're going to have one here tonight. If you break down the numbers, Ardmore's, they're having trouble scoring, but their opponents aren't. Okay. And that's the very definition of how to lose a football game. They're averaging 18.2 points per game while they're averaging giving up 31 points. And Corey, you can't win football like that.
Well, obviously you want to score more than the other team, and not give up. But it looks to me like, especially in the area per se, so far Fairview's only gave up 35 points.
They have
in the area, and that's a strong statistic.
Well, and if you look at the points for the season, they've only given up 48 for the entire year, and 21 of those was in that East Limestone game. They're averaging 9.8 points, allowed per game. And Dad, a defense giving up less than 10, that's going to be a strong team.
It usually is. Not only do they rely a lot on their defense, but you tend to get the offense lifted up just by knowing that all they got to do is go out and play their game and get just a little bit of a lead because you're going to have that defense constantly chipping away.
Well, if you're talking about the defense for the Aggies, then what you're really talking about is the leader of that defense, and that's big number 64, Cale Foster, the middle linebacker, 5'11", 250 pounds. And he makes plays from sideline to sideline. He hit a guy in week 1 so hard that his soul left his body.
Yeah. That wasn't a one-and-done thing either. Every week he lays the lumber to somebody. And, he explodes right when he makes contact. I wouldn't want to get hit by him. Let's put it that way.
No, I certainly wouldn't want to either. He brings it. And every time, if you come across the middle, you do so at your own risk.
Yeah.
And if you're a wide receiver, does that start to play into your mindset, Corey?
Well, it's got to. And you practice, obviously, that situation. You practice going across the middle, holding on to the football. but throughout the course of a game, that does tend to wear on your mind.
Well, I would say it definitely wears on your mind when you're looking at number 64 bearing down on you like a bull. He doesn't so much tackle people as he gores them. You see them come completely off their feet and just land on the back of their heads. I wouldn't want to be hit by the man. No. I wouldn't want to make him angry. There's Michelle. Michelle, thank you so much for taking great care of us. I'm not going to say that on the air. The FCA will get me. But we do have some information on the Great Aggie Band. They've got a competition coming up. Hold on just a second. I'm pulling up the info. It's going to be at Aniana tomorrow at 3:20. The Fairview Marching Band is going to go down there and take their excellence with them. They always do a great job. And Michelle takes care of the band, and she also takes care of us and puts up with me, which is not an easy thing to do. They are actually looking for a church or a business or some organization to feed the Fairview High School band before their competition on October 21st. So if you would be interested in getting some advertising done with your business and helping out a fantastic cause, contact us at the station and we'll put you in touch with Michelle, and you can help out a great group of young people as they continue to take that music and spread it all around North Alabama. Michelle, thank you for everything you do. Roll Tide. Okay. So we, if you couldn't tell, Michelle and I, we pick at each other a lot. Now, let's look at the Fairview schedule, Dad. So we started out the season against Columbia, and of course everyone knows that game was a bit of a debacle. Then we went on the road to face a tough Priceville team that really, it stung Fairview last year. And that Priceville team got shut out 35-0. How big was a win like that?
Well, it was a big win, but you got to remember the last 2 years, Priceville's had some high-quality players there. Like, I know of one that probably was being talked about as a Division I prospect. Plus, there were 2 or 3 others that I'm sure could have went, Division II. But they're kind of depleted right now. They had a lot of young guys that were playing, which, when you become a football player and you're a young guy, you get a chance to play. That's your big opportunity. You go out there and do the best you can. But honestly, it's not really a good matchup when you're playing against seniors and people that's got some experience like Fairview did. So we turned the tables on them compared to what happened last year. But, give them another 2 or 3 years when they mature and get a little bigger and a little stronger. We'll be back to the same thing. Who's the baddest dog in the dog yard?
Well, I agree with you. And after that, they went to East Limestone. That was a game we were not at. We were calling the Hartselle-Coleman game that week. East Limestone played them very tough, but in the end, Fairview was just too much for them, 56-21. After that, Good Hope came to town, and Good Hope usually plays very tough, when they're playing cross-county rivals. We were just too much for a Good Hope team that was rebuilding at the time and beat them 28-7. But the big game was 2 weeks ago at West Point, and that is the Branding Iron Bowl, and it was 42-14, but it wasn't as close as the score.
And that's exactly what I started to say. That score is a little bit deceiving because Fairview come out and pretty much controlled the game. And they did get a couple of scores there towards the end, but most of the game was Fairview dominated.
Well, I want to ask Coach Harris a couple of questions. Actually, we're going to take a quick break. We're about to play the national anthem. We'll be right back after these messages on Friday Night Live.
In business for over 20 years, K&K Logging can handle all your forestry needs. From clear cutting to thinning to select hardwood logs. K&K Logging pride themselves in landowner satisfaction. A Christian-owned company, K&K Logging is quality you can depend on. Kelly Crawford is a Vulcan District Director of the Alabama Loggers Council. K&K Logging, 256-255-3693. 256-255-3693. K&K Logging.
Live 95 is brought to you in part by Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, now with several locations across the state, but still located in the heart of Coleman County. They are a proud sponsor of Coleman Community Radio on Live 95. Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point Bank, member FDIC.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect place to have dinner or choosing a good night's sleep over binge watching TV all night. It feels really good to make the right insurance decisions too. That's why State Farm agent Tisha Brewer is right here in Coleman County to help you select the right protection at the right price. Tisha will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Tisha Brewer, it's easy to make the right choice.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Guthrie's Auto Service has been providing quality automotive service since 1985. Located in Coleman on Eva Road, just north of 157, Guthrie's Auto Service is a AAA approved and Napa Auto Care Center, meaning their repair work is warranted up to 3 years or 36,000 miles. And because they're part of the Napa Auto Care Network, their work is also warranted at over 14,000 Napa Auto Care locations across the country. Terry Guthrie and his team are award-winning, collecting Napa's Auto Care Center of the Year for the Nashville Distribution Center and a People's Choice Award in 2020. More information is online at Guthrie'sAutoservice.net.
Welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium and Friday Night Live. I am Christopher Greer, joined by my partner in crime, Joseph Greer. And we've got a new face in the broadcast booth, Coach Corey Harris from ARAB. Coach Harris has been sent to make sure that I don't get in trouble, so that way I can be coaching this next week for ARAB. So, Coach Harris, we were talking a little bit during the break, and, you know, we were talking about how your pass can open up run lanes. And Fairview is a run-heavy team, but they can sling the ball a little bit. How much does it help you when you can pass that ball, just getting those backers to kind of lay back a bit?
Well, obviously, if you're one-dimensional, you allow the defense to be able to set up and defend that. And you want to be able to throw the ball effectively to open up the run. It really does. And the thing that comes to my mind, or the team that I think of, is Scottsboro. A 5A school as well. They run the ball so well with that wing T offense that it allows them, when they do pass, it gets them out of the box, and it's usually always for a big play. They don't like to throw the ball, but because they run the ball so well, it allows their passing game to be effective, and they're able to score quick because of it.
Well, and we're going to face a team tonight they're really going to run the ball a lot. They've got 3 running backs with a lot of carries when you look at the stats. Actually, they've got 4. You've got 2 seniors, a junior and a freshman, that will get a ton of carries, but they don't sling that ball around much. The leading receiver has 9 receptions on the season. So I expect to see them pass occasionally.
You got to.
Tonight, just to keep Fairview honest. But I expect to see 3 yards in a cloud of dust. We're going to see multiple backfield sets, probably a lot of wing stuff. You know, Dad, getting back to that Fairview schedule, we've got the meat of the schedule coming up. We've got a game tonight against Ardmore. But then next week, we travel to Brewer to face a Brewer team that is suddenly kind of gotten tough.
Well, they're very competitive now.
Right.
More so than they have been in a long time. You could see it coming in, little spurts last year.
Right.
They had some good showings, but now they, for real, have got the corner turned, I believe. They have a relatively new coach out there, and I think there was a lot of people that had been there for a while that left. And he's instilled his philosophy, and, they're buying it. I heard that there were a lot of players that were told you can do it my way or just go.
Right.
And they chose to go.
Well, Coach Plunkett's been successful at a lot of different places. When he was at Cardindale and when he was at Coleman. So he's been successful about every place he's been to. Seeing them play in person, they throw the ball really, really well. They've got a great quarterback. They've got some skilled players as well. So they are going to be a tough opponent for anyone that plays them.
Well, after that Brewer game, we host Lawrence County, and at that point, the easier games on the schedule, they kind of end.
Oh, they're over with then.
Yeah, they are over with because the following week we travel way up the road to face the University of Russellville. And, man, I really don't like those guys.
Corey, have you ever been there to Russellville?
I was there when I was really young as a playing travel baseball, but I've never been there since in a football capacity. So,
well, we went year before last for the playoffs, and it was like you walked into a college campus facility.
Right.
I mean, it was a first class. It was really nice, but we had a little problem here last year with Russellville.
Right.
It seems that there's some bad blood. If there wasn't before that game,
there certainly is now.
Yeah.
We've got about 8 minutes to play, and we're starting to get the lights flashing with the Purge music playing.
Yeah.
The Spirit line is down. It's all the way across the field. I'd like to get y'all's picks on the games this week. We've got Athens at Coleman. In that game, I'm going to take Athens. Corey, who do you take?
I'm going to go with Athens as well. They seem to be getting things going.
Athens, I agree.
All right, Dad, you take Athens. Then Lawrence County at West Point. I'm going to go with West Point.
I'm going to go. Well, that game's at home, right? Is it for West Point?
It's at West Point, yeah.
That makes the difference there for me.
West Point.
Lastly, Good Hope at Hansville.
You know, Hansville ain't no joke.
Hansville's come back.
And Good Hope stumbled a couple times. I'm going to pick Hansville.
I'm going with Hansville as well. Corey, what do you say?
I'm going to go with Good Hope, just based on the fact that they did play Fairview relatively close, and I do know that they took a really hard loss earlier in the year to Brewer.
Right.
I'll tell you what, guys, we all got identical picks. Let's guess the total numbers of points going to be scored in this game for a tiebreaker.
Oh, man. I am going to say 71. 71 is my guess. What do you say, Dad?
I'll go a little below that. I'll say 52.
Dad's at 52. What do you say, Corey?
I'm going to go a little bit lower personally. I'm going to say 42, just in the sense of Ardmore runs the ball a lot. That's going to eat up a lot of clock. There may not be enough time to score.
That's good. That's good number.
Well, it looks like Fairview is going to be in their gold jerseys, and the captains have come out. We're still waiting to see the Ardmore team. Fairview is going to be in their gold jerseys, gold pants, purple helmets. We don't get to see this very often, Dad. They don't wear this combination very often, really only on special occasions. It looks like for the captains, we're going to have number 50, Eric Gonzalez. Number 65, that's Jaden Pineda. And we're going to have number 19, Barrett York. Looks like number 21, Jay Stevens, out there too. And they have a host of Aggies behind them who are kind of, I guess you would say, co-captains.
One thing that is noticeable, though, in civilian clothes but wearing his football jersey is number 3.
Well,
he is out there and he is walking fine, but he's not dressed.
It's good to see him walking around. Of course, we're talking about Eli Frost. He set the county record last year for rushing in a season.
It was getting close to the state record.
He was. He suffered a knee injury, and it really slowed him down. I think he may have come back a bit too soon, and when he did, he wasn't the same, and then he re-injured it.
He was out last year after the Russellville game because Russellville player tried to break his arm.
Right.
Grabbed it and kicked it while he was laying down.
It's hard to believe a Russellville team would do that.
Yeah.
Can you hear the sarcasm in my voice?
That was before the big brouhaha. And all the deputies from Lawrence County or from Winston, what is it?
Whatever county Russellville's in. I mean,
all of them got on the field and started wanting to fight with the players.
Right. Because that's always classy. When you've got the guys holding the sticks, or people coming out of the stands, I mean, that's always a good sign about your program. We saw that in Columbia in the first game when we had a near riot in the far stands.
Had somebody get stabbed over there?
Yeah, as they fought themselves. Guns were pulled, and everybody on the Fairview side's like, hey, guys, it's a football game. Please just calm down, okay?
Yeah. Well, to give the coaches credit, they did the best they could to get it stopped.
They absolutely
keep it from escalating further, but they had their hands full.
They absolutely did. The coaches got their players down in the far end zone, got them away from that mess as it spilled out onto the track. Benches were knocked over.
Yeah. Well, I think one of their guys who ended up getting ejected went up there and got in a fight with some woman too, so.
Well,
it's not surprising that they were like 74 losses in a row when we played them.
All right. It looks like Ardmore has won the toss. They have elected to defer now, and Fairview is going to receive. We've got about 3 minutes to the kickoff, and they're going to join their teammates. They'll be coming through the inflatable here momentarily. Now, something I noticed, Dad, when I was doing my research for this game, the size advantage for Fairview is quite extreme. I didn't see a lot of big guys on this Ardmore team. There's a couple of decent-sized guys.
Yeah, I saw some linemen that looked like they could handle themselves, but by and large, we have outnumbered, I think.
Here comes the Ardmore Tigers. They just came through and are going to their sideline. Their band is just coming into the stadium. And we're still waiting to see Fairview come through. It should be any moment.
Ardmore's in the white away jerseys with black hats and helmets.
Well, still waiting for the smoke. The spirit line basically goes all the way to the sideline.
Just about, yeah.
And there it is. Here comes the Aggies in their gold uniforms with purple helmets and gold pants. We've got about 2 minutes to kick off. And they're led by number 64. That is Big Cale Foster. He won a Player of the Week during week 1, Dad, for just absolutely laying the lumber to people on hits. This Fairview team has a stable of running backs, Corey, that, all of them can take it to the house at any moment.
Well, I know. We also have quarterbacks that interchange constantly.
Right.
Well, that's going to keep it fresh in a game like this. I look at Ardmore sideline. I don't see a lot of numbers.
Right.
I'm kind of worried about a team like that as they go 4 quarters, how they're going to perform.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing about Fairview. They're always well conditioned, although weather may not play as big a factor tonight as it has so far this year with all the high temperatures we've had. But, rarely do you see a Fairview team in the fourth quarter that's been over or got their hands on their hips.
Right. I'd like to give a little love to the offensive line from Fairview. Number 50, Eric Gonzalez. Number 52, Miles McElroy. Number 64, Big Cale Foster in the middle. Number 70, Andrew Latham. He's a big sophomore. Number 78, that's Jacob Mayo. It's a good size offensive line, especially for a school the size of Fairview. The ball is on the tee, folks. We're getting ready to kick off and get this homecoming game started. It's really kind of hard to tell numbers for this Ardmore team. It's white jerseys with gold numbers. But I know that number 99 handles the kickoff duties. And the ball has fallen off the tee, he replaces it.
New Orleans Saints got the same jersey scheme that they play in sometimes on the road.
Right.
And it's hard to see it on TV what numbers are.
Number 99, Gabriel Alejandro, approaches the ball. He kicks it high and short. It's going to be fielded. It's on the ground, picked up at about the 25. Across the 30, has a seam. He's across the 40, up to the 44. Finally brought down right at the 44-yard line. Fairview takes over, Corey, with excellent field position.
Started at the 44-yard line. That's phenomenal. That's where you want to start, obviously.
Well, we're going to see who comes out of quarterback. Usually it's a two-headed monster for the Aggies. And it looks like Barrett York is in the shotgun. He approaches the line. It's a bunch formation. Send a man in motion. They hand it off to him. He goes around the right side. He's across midfield. He's going to be forced out of bounds at about the 47. That's where the spot is. That's a big pickup of about 7, maybe 8 yards on first down. And, man, you got to love that on offense.
Yeah.
They're getting to the ball quick.
The Aggies snap it, and York is going to take it himself. He's dragging defenders. He's going to be forced out of bounds short of a marker. We got a little pushing and shoving, a little bit of chippiness. I believe it's going to be 3rd and very, very short. About 3rd and 1. And again, they're going no huddle.
They're going really fast.
Trips to the near side. York is in the backfield. He takes a snap, hands it off. He plants his foot. That's Jones. He goes across the 40, across the 35, down to about the 30. Check that. That was not Jones. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I just saw the number. I thought that it might have been Harper in, but it was Carson Jones, the junior, a very dangerous running back. Colt Rating comes in now, and Jones stays beside him. It's 1st and 10, and the Aggies take the snap. He hands it off to Jones, going around the left side. Lowers his shoulder. Not a lot of running room there. That last play was enough for a Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down for the Aggies. And that run on first down was good for 4. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6. They're going to slow it down a little bit now. Not a lot, but a little.
New players come on the field.
Right. I'm surprised that Ardmore didn't substitute. Redding's in the shotgun. Jones beside him. Takes a snap, rolls to his right. It's a screen. He's got his man. He's at the 20. Going to be forced out of bounds on the right sideline at about the 16-yard line. That's enough for another Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down for the Aggies. Man, they are going fast. Colt Redding takes a snap. He's got trips to the far side, swings it out, complete. He breaks one tackle. He's going to be very close to the sticks. And looks like Barrett York coming back onto the field. It's going to be 2nd down and about 6. He must have stepped out of bounds, Dad, because I thought he got closer to the sticks than that.
Well, we're in the red zone right now. We've had several touchdowns run by Mr. York from this position.
He is a very dangerous runner. York's
a handful.
He's a big kid, big left-hander. Now they shift, and the defense shifts with him. He's got twins to the near side, overload to the right. York goes off the left guard. He is going to be very close to the first down. He's going to have it. He's up to about the 5, bullying his way forward to about the 3, where they're going to spot it. And it is a first down. Another Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down for the Aggies.
Looks like there's a fumble in play, too. Get a signal from the officials.
It is recovered. It's recovered by Ardmore. I did not see that fumble. Whoa, that is a big, big miscue for the Aggies.
Well, they came off the sideline excited. I figured something happened. I was just waiting for the official to signal it in. He sure did. So it's Ardmore's ball.
The freshman, number 5, King's in the backfield. He's got 2 guys beside him. He's going to hand it off to the running back on the left. He gets through the line. He's up into the secondary. He's across the 10 up to about the 15, where he's finally brought down by the Aggie defense. A bit of misdirection there. That's enough for a Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down.
Well, that's a bad beat for the Fairview Aggies. You need to take care of the football. That's one thing in a game like this.
Quarterback takes a snap, hands it off again, and there is nowhere to go. Big 64 lowered the boom and took him down. He was joined by a few friends. It looked like number 70 was in on that tackle, Dad. And that would be Andrew Latham, the defensive lineman. Ardmore hurries back up to the line of scrimmage. Twin running backs beside him. Quarterback takes it. He's going to reverse and hand it off around the right side. He's going to try and get to the edge, and then he gets blasted. Wow, that was Cale Foster again from the middle linebacker spot. He only gets up to the 17. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. So will we see them put the ball in the air? We've got, I would say definitely there's no backs in the backfield. One receiver to the far side. Quarterback takes a snap, runs it himself, goes off left guard, and he is buried under a gold tide. Excellent defense on that play.
It was.
That play was made by number 74, big Avery Latham on that. Sophomore with the tackle, and now we're going to see our first punt for the game. Colt Redding is back deep, and he is joined by number 2, Cade Yeager. We have an Aggie coming off late, and it's going to be whistled. Let's see if there was a timeout call to avoid the penalty. No, there's a flag on the play. That's going to be too many men on the field.
Another miscue.
Fine.
You worry about things like that in a game like this.
Right.
Penalties.
It was one of the defenders for the Aggies, Dad. It's going to be too many men on the field. It's not going to be enough for a first down, but it's going to make it a bit more manageable if they go for it. Moves the ball up to about the 24-yard line where it's going to be 4th down and 1, and it looks like the offense might be coming back on the field.
I guess they're going to try and go for it this time.
Early on, too.
Well,
yeah,
we've got whistles. There's going to be a timeout. They're going to talk it over. We're going to do the same. We'll be right back after these messages on Friday Night Live.
For 30 years, Budget Blinds has been the leader for beautiful window coverings. No need to travel when Budget Blinds brings the store to your door. From blinds and draperies to shutters and shades, Budget Blinds has been transforming windows all over North Alabama. And we make it easy with your in-home consultation, custom measuring, and installation. Budget Blinds, 256-727-6550, 256-727-6550, or budgetblinds.com/call.
Coleman Electric Cooperative has been providing electricity and community support to help local people and businesses grow for the last 86 years. The co-op is adding to that legacy with its new Sprout Fiber Internet, giving its members access to blazing fast gigabit internet speeds with unmatched reliability and extraordinary customer service. Coleman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet. Powerful connections, brighter future.
Lord, I'm so tired.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live here at Dafford Smith Stadium. It is 4th down and 1 yard to go. Quarterback takes a snap for Ardmore, goes off left guard, and he gets it.
Yes, he did.
It's going to be a Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down for the Tigers, and that was a costly penalty with just too many men on the field.
And give it to Ardmore. Going for it 4th and 1 this early. They're here to win.
Deep in your own territory as well. 3 running backs lined up beside the quarterback. They all go different directions. It's like the Keystone Cops.
I think the fullback got that one.
Yeah, he did, but you know what he didn't get? He didn't get any yardage. He lost a yard on that one. The Aggies were not buying it. You know, when you run these multiple back sets, these old, like, Notre Dame offenses from the 1950s, you can do a lot of misdirection, but you better take care of the line. Quarterback takes a snap. He's going to hand it. No, he's passing.
Wow.
He's got a man deep. He's trying to hit him and cannot get him. Excellent coverage that time. Let me see who that was. I believe that was Cade Yeager on the coverage, Dad.
Yeah, number 2.
Number 2, Cade Yeager, had his man blanketed. Excellent coverage there. Good, well set up play. Fooled everyone,
run the ball,
including us.
Effectively.
I wasn't fooled, Chris.
Well, you weren't fooled, Dad, but I was
I've
fooled.
seen a couple of them
and
plays.
Corey was definitely fooled. It's going to be 3rd down and about 11 yards. Send a man in motion, jet sweep. He's going to try and pass it.
Oh.
They've got a completion up to the 32. He's across the 35, then ridden down. Cade Yeager in on that tackle, joined by number 21 on the tackle. Excellent coverage. That was Jay Stevens helping out. And it's going to bring up 4th down and about 4 yards.
They're getting creative on offense, which I like to see.
Yeah, they are trying different things.
They certainly are. They're going for it on 4th.
Another flag.
Another flag. It's going to be too many men in the huddle, I almost guarantee you. Yep, and that's a call.
Illegal substitution.
So that's going to be on the Tigers from Ardmore. Now, something I will say about this group of officials, I personally know one of the guys on this crew. This is a very seasoned, very experienced crew and a very good one. That's going to bring the punt team on for Ardmore. It's going to be 4th down, about 8 yards to go. Ardmore going from left to right, ball on the near hash. The Aggies rush their punt return team onto the field. Colt Redding back deep. They've been rolling the dice. You don't expect a fake on 4th and long, but if it was close, it wouldn't surprise me. Punt's up in the air. It's going to bounce at about the 42. Takes a Ardmore bounce across the 40 down to about the 34. And that's going to be killed right there.
The bug that wouldn't die.
I was going to say, Dad, were you having some kind of fit over there? I couldn't tell.
I was being attacked by a beetle, and I hit it 2 or 3 times and kept crawling.
It's going to be 1st down and 10 now for the Aggies, going from right to left. Barrett York is out there. He is joined by number 26, Carson Jones. Let's see what this Ardmore defense lines up in, Coach Harris. I'm kind of interested to see what they play. It looks like a 40 front, 3 linebackers, classic 4-3. Oh, Barrett York rolls to his left. He's got a receiver. They cannot connect. Just off his fingertips, trying to connect with Zayden Cruz, number 16, the young sophomore wide receiver. Bring up second down and 10. Ball spotted on about the 30. We'll say 33.
Well, they're in cover 3 right now defensively. They're going to make Fairview throw the ball.
5:43 left in the first quarter, 0-0. York takes a snap, hands it off, goes around the left side. A little bit of running room up to the 35, and then that hole closes quickly.
Ardmore suddenly is toughened up from what they were the first drive we had.
I imagine they made some adjustments over on that sideline. I mean, Coach Harris is an expert at doing that whenever we play. That and his inspirational speeches. It's going to be third down and about 8 yards to go. And we've got a couple players coming on the field for Fairview. We've got 5:10 left in the first quarter, score 0-0. Let's see. It looks like Barrett York has come off, and Colt Rating is out there. He takes a snap, rolls to his right, has a man going deep, and he just misses. He had a step at about the 40-yard line, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 8. So we're going to see the punt unit come on for the Aggies.
Well, single receiver route. Of course, in cover 3, you have the safety corner coming over the top. Trying to get your guy to make a play is what that comes down to.
Right.
He wasn't able to.
All right. Referee just called timeout.
Timeout on the field.
Yeah, he pointed to Ardmore again.
Man, that's 2 timeouts quick. Well, we're going to take one as well. You've been listening to Friday Night Live. The score 0-0 at Dafford Smith Stadium. We'll be right back after these messages on Friday Night Live.
H&S Appliance Outlet is an overstocked scratch and dent dealer offering quality name brand appliances at major discounted prices, up to 75% off. H&S Appliance Outlet also offers factory authorized repair services as well as financing options. To better serve the needs of North Alabama, H&S Appliance Outlets are conveniently located in Coleman, Hartselle, and Arab. A proud veteran and family owned business who's happy to be of service and can be reached on Facebook at H&S Appliance Repair or by phone 256-735-4184. 256-735-4184. H&S Appliance Outlet, a proud supporter of Coleman Community Radio.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live, and the punt unit has come on the field for Fairview. Kicker is standing back on about his own 22. Good snap. There's the kick. It is low. It's going to be fielded at about the 40 on the run. Across the 45 up to right at the 50-yard line, where he's going to be brought down on top of the Fairview F. And we have a Odin's Auto Glass scoreboard update. Coleman versus Athens is still 0-0. As we get other scores, we will let you know as we get them. Ardmore getting ready to come on the field, and we'll see what they run. I imagine it's going to be very similar to what we've seen so far in the first quarter. No, it's a single back set. They send a man in motion. The quarterback's going to run to his left. And he is hit, still on his feet, and being pushed back by a host of Aggies. He gets across the 50 up to about the 49. That is a hard pickup of 2 yards. Dad, that was good defense right there.
Yeah. There was really not a lot of room for him to run. Everyone was collapsing on him, too, so.
Well, it's going to bring up second down and about 8. So.
We got trips going
Wow,
left.
We got trips going out of the backfield, going to the left. The quarterback fakes the throw. He runs to the left and goes off left tackle, picks up about 3, maybe 4 yards across the 45 down to about the 44-yard line. And it's going to bring up third and makeable there, Corey.
And this is a good position if you're Ardmore. They're picking up 2-3 yards to carry. They're running the ball hard. Good offense from them.
They camouflage a lot of their stuff, too.
They do.
Like that play that just ran, he looked. He didn't make him throw in motion, but he looked real hard, moved his arm.
People bought.
Decided to go.
Yeah. They send a man in motion, fake the jet sweep. Quarterback runs again. He's across the 40. That's going to be a pickup of about 5, maybe 6 yards. And that is enough for Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down for the Tigers.
A team like Ardmore, this type of offense, you've got to be disciplined on defense. And
right.
What's hard is you've got Fairview run the spread, Ardmore's run this wing tee. You don't see that every day. That's hard to prepare for.
It is. One man out wide. They send a man in motion. This time they hand it off to him. He's going around the right side. Good containment by the Aggies, and Big 64 slings him down and then gets pushed by one of the blockers. Well, you should have pushed before the tackle because he's going to be no gain on that one. It's going to bring up second down and 10. And that's a 250-pound young man who's getting out on the edge, chasing down that running back. That's impressive. Now we've got 2 running backs in the backfield. It's second down and 10. They take the snap. Quarterback rolls to his left, has a man in the flat. Well covered. He puts it up and it's picked off. Intercepted by the Aggies. I can't tell who got the interception, but he's brought down immediately at about the 30-yard line.
For Ardmore, you're running the ball so well. I'm not sure why you decided to throw. Oh, there's a flag on the play.
Well, it was Cade Yeager, number 2, on the pickoff. And we'd like to say hello to 2 special ladies, won't we, Dad?
Yeah, we would. One of them, I believe, sitting right down here in front of us.
Right, that would be Grandma Yeager. And the other would be Grandma Black. We always say hello to them during the games. Still waiting on
and Mama Jennings.
And Mama Jennings, that's right. We're still waiting on a signal. It's going to be against Fairview. They're backing them up. There's another flag. That's probably going to be an unsportsmanlike because it was thrown by the judge who was moving the ball. And I imagine somebody for Fairview was running their mouth a little bit.
Yep.
And that's going to back them up even more. It's going to make it first and a country mile.
Did you see what that indication was on that first one?
I believe it was a hold or a block in the back.
Okay.
Blindside block.
It was a blindside block? Okay. Glad you picked that one up, Corey, because I certainly didn't. But the second one's going to be an unsportsmanlike. I imagine that's the only thing I could think of that it could be. They're picking the ball up again. It was spotted on about the 12. They're going to go half the distance to the goal and move it all the way back to the 5. That's a costly mental mistake right there that you compounded. An Odin's Auto Glass scoreboard update. Athens has taken the early lead 7-0 over Coleman. Fairview has got first and half the field. Basically, they have to get up to about the 39-yard line for a first down. Ball is spotted on about the 9.
Unfortunately, there's not many plays in the playbook for this.
Surprisingly, there's not. We should draw some up, It would require multiple reverses and passes probably. Let's see. And the officials still haven't given the okay. Now they have. Fairview breaks the huddle. Colt Redding is in the shotgun. I believe that's Carson Jones beside him. He takes the snap. He's going to hand it off Jones. He goes off the left side. And, man, he is immediately met by a host of defenders. But over here on the side, number 2, Cade Yeager just pancaked the guy he was blocking. And they get up and they're doing a little shoving and a little bit of talking. We're seeing these teams kind of get a bit chippy right now. That was one heck of a block by the wide receiver.
Well, the officials are going to need to get that taken care of, obviously. This is early on in the game. But, again, Ardmore's lining up. They're going to force Fairview to throw the football.
Well, like you said, it's hard to come up with a pass play for second down and 40. But what you definitely want to do is pick up some yardage. So even if you punt it away, you're not punting from your own end zone. Colt Redding has Carson Jones beside him. He's in the shotgun. There's twins to the near side. He's going to hand it off to Jones. Goes off a guard. He's got a seam. He's across the 15. Good run up to about the 20-yard line. That's a pickup of about 15. but it's still going to bring up third down at about 20. Good run, though, by the junior running back.
He gave him some room there now.
He did.
You know, these guys remind me of two dogs fixing to fight in a pen. They're both running around, smelling each other.
And growling.
You know, growling and looking mean, but
right.
It hasn't been established who the big dog is yet.
Right. Well, it's going to be third down at about 20. We got a minute 19 left in the first quarter. Andy's sit down beside us. He's one of the regulars. Twins to either side. And that's going to be Barrett York. He tries to hit a short screen, and it is very well defended by Ardmore. They did not bite at all. They had a wall set up downfield. Had they been able to complete, that was a big gain. Minute.
Fourth down right here again. Just trying to get some yards at the screen, trying to catch them off guard. But we're looking at a punt for Fairview.
Well, the punter's going to be standing on about the 10-yard line, and we have a Aggie on the field late. We've seen this several times now, and this is not typical of one of Coach Redding's team. There's a snap. He punts it. Good kick, but he shanked it. Oh, it's off the side of his foot, and it's going to go out of bounds. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like it's going to be – they're walking back a little bit. And it looks like it's going to be spotted at about the 37. Man, excellent field position there. And those two penalties were very costly.
They were. And again, you're giving Ardmore the ball. Pretty good field position to start off with. If you're Fairview, how many opportunities are you going to give them before they can cash in?
Right. Well, when you're starting almost in the red zone, you know, you have to love that. They take the snap. He's going to hand it off to the fullback. Goes off left guard. And not a whole lot of running room there. He's going to pick up about 3 yards before being brought down. I couldn't tell who made the tackle. There were just too many Aggies around the ball. Fairview,
was a big clump of them.
Yeah, Fairview's doing a good job of gang tackling, but this 3 yards in a cloud of dust, right now it's working for Ardmore.
Absolutely.
Quarterback sends a man in motion. He's going to run it himself off the left side. Gets a good head of steam before he hits the line. He's going to be up across the 30, just across the 30 at about the 29.5. It's going to bring up third down and short. A very makeable 1 yard, maybe half a yard for the Tigers. And they're looking to the sideline. They immediately go back to the line of scrimmage.
Time's running out
on the quarter. They're going to take the quarter. So at the end of one quarter, the score is 0-0, and Ardmore is knocking on the red zone. We'll be right back after these messages on Friday Night Live.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
There are many advantages when you bank locally with people you know. Eva Bank will get you started or restarted. Eva Bank offers many loan choices. We stay flexible and put your situation first. What matters to you matters to us. We are specialty lenders with programs for home purchases, home construction, land purchases, manufactured homes with or without land, commercial real estate, and other consumer or business loans. Eva Bank is your one-stop lender. The process is fast and easy. You can apply in person, over the phone at 256-255-2000, or you can visit us online at www.evabank.com to get started today. Eva Bank, NMLS number 414640, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live, and I am Christopher Greer, joined by Corey Harris and my dad, Joseph Greer. And the score is 0-0 at the start of the second quarter, but Ardmore has the ball now at about the 20, I'm going to say about the 26, 27. It's going to be third down and 1 yard to go, going from right to left. Fairview is stacking the box. They send a man in motion. And now there's a whistle. They send a man in motion. They fake it. The quarterback runs it himself. He gets to the second level, and, man, the safety comes up and makes a touchdown-saving tackle on that. He got through the line, Dad, and number 9, Isaac Elrod, saved 6 points on that one. But that's enough for Josh Phillips. Impact Morgan's first down.
So they're lining up pretty quick with the ball as well.
They send a man in motion. Quarterback runs it again. This time, he bounces off a couple of tacklers. They met him at the line of scrimmage, and he still managed to fight his way forward for 4 yards. Going to bring up second down and 6.
And anytime you can run the ball for 4 yards, especially on first down, you're setting yourself up to be successful.
Absolutely. Now 2 running backs join him in the backfield. Nobody out wide. Quarterback looks to the sideline, and they're making a bit of a change. He takes the snap. He rolls to his right. He's got a man in the flats. Cannot connect. I believe he heard some footsteps because the defense was right there on him. That's going to be an incompletion, and that's really something Fairview needed. The quarterback's number 5. He's a freshman. That's Alex King.
Wow. He's doing a good job.
He is doing an excellent job for Ardmore. It's going to be third down and about 6. King's in the backfield. Got 2 guys beside him. He hands it off to one of the running backs. Goes off the left side, and he gets buried. He might have picked up a couple of yards. Let's see where they mark it. They're going to say he picked up about 3. It's going to bring up 4th down and 2. Now, the kicker for Ardmore has got a good leg.
He was making them in pregame from the 20 pretty consistently, so if they do opt kick here, shouldn't be an issue.
No, looks like they're going for it.
They're going for it. There's the snap. Quarterback's going to run it himself. He's hit immediately. It's going to be very close. It depends on where the mark is. Let's wait and see. Fairview saying he didn't get it, and waiting on the official spot. Gonzalez on the tackle, one of the captains, number 50, and still waiting. It is very close. They're going to say he was short. Fairview's offense comes on the field. Big stand there by the defense.
I think if it was me personally, I probably would have took the points this early in the game, but you do commend them being aggressive.
York is in the backfield. I believe Jones is beside him. It's a big high snap. It's back in the end zone. He's going to fall on it, and that's going to be a safety. That hurts. Safety, 2 points for Ardmore, and they're going to get the ball back. I would like to give the Fairview faithful some good news. You might remember a young kicker by the name of Elijah Guyton, who kicked here at Fairview for a long time. He was an incredibly talented kicker. He has gone on to play at West Alabama. He has been named the number 1 kicker on the team on the depth chart. He's starting as a kicker over a senior and a junior. Last week he had a 43-yard field goal and several point afters. If you want to listen to that game, they're going to be playing this week at West Georgia, 6 p.m. Eastern time. So you can tune into that on slyrock.com to hear the Fairview alumni Elijah Guyton kicking for West Alabama. And we've gotten to know his parents, Dad. They're as good as they come.
They are. They're good folk.
And Elijah is a fine young man as well. He's come and sat down and talked to us several times. So Fairview's going to line up to kick the ball off for the free kick. And again, Ardmore will get good field position here. Colt Redding's going to put it on a tee. Sometimes they punt on these. Sometimes they kick it off from the tee. And I believe he put a tee down.
He put something down, it looked like, but I don't know.
I see it too.
Yeah, he's moving it.
So with 10:13 left in the first half, Ardmore has a 2-0 lead. And the cowbells have come out. Waiting on the kick. It's going to be excellent field position. There's the kick, and it is good back kick. Deep. Kicked it over their heads. It's going to bounce at about the 30, take him all the way back to the 20, and he falls down. He slipped. His feet went out from underneath him, and he went down at about the 16. Did you say there's a flag on the play?
Flag on the 40.
There is. Man, that's why you get paid the big bucks, Coach Harris.
Great eyesight.
I'm telling you. But we're waiting to find out what the flag is going to be. Usually around there it's going to be, a hold, I imagine.
Well, regardless, this hasn't been a clean game.
No, it has not.
You hate to see that this late in the season, but
it hasn't been a flag fest. We've called a couple of those, but it has not, it certainly hasn't been mistake-free or clean.
Referee's talking to Coach Redding there. I guess he's asking, do you want to take it or what do you want to do? But.
Right. Now, usually when they conference like that with themselves, they're talking about candy bars. But this time he is I'm an excellent lip reader. He is talking right now about the penalty. And Coach Redding pointed back towards the other end zone, which is telling him that's where we want the ball to go, in that direction.
You better watch out. Lightning's apt to hit it any minute.
On the Odin's scoreboard, Odin's Auto Glass scoreboard, Athens extends their lead 14-0 over Coleman. And that's going to move them back some. Brewer right now is playing the University of Russellville and is currently down 14-0. The less I say about that, probably the better. It's going to move the ball back to about the 9, and Ardmore will take over there.
Did y'all ever see what the indication was for the penalty?
I never did. I'm guessing a block in the back, maybe. They take the snap. Quarterback's going to keep it himself off the right side, and he picks up a bunch. Going to be about an 8-yard gain up to about the 17-yard line, and they're going to have to come up with some kind of answer for that play.
Well, it's tough. It's tough to defend. There's a lot of misdirection, a lot of things going on up front. But that being said, Ardmore hadn't shown the ability to throw the ball just yet. So until they do, I'm going to stack the box.
Yes. Maybe keep one man back deep. They send a man in motion. Now they're looking deep. They've got a man, and it's in and out of his hands. He was 4 steps behind the defense and had a perfectly delivered ball, and it bounced off his hands.
That's tough to see. He was in great position. Wow.
If it wasn't 6, it would have been a big, big pickup.
Well, now I see why they've only thrown the balls as much as they have this season.
Right.
They're clicking on the run game, but they leave a little be desired in passing.
Quarterback takes a shotgun snap, runs it behind his blockers off the right side. Not a lot going. Not a lot there. He might have picked up a half a yard. They're going to say he got a yard. It's going to be close to the sticks now. Waiting on the signal to see if it's going to be 4th and very short, or if it's going to be, they're going to say it's going to be about a yard short. So we've seen Ardmore go for it several times on 4th down. Do you gamble and throw the dice fist deep in your own territory?
It's deep in your territory, and it looks like they're going to bring out the kicking team. Probably a smart move this early on with the lead. But I will say this, for Ardmore being the underdog here, obviously, they're going to have to take chances.
I would watch for a fake right here. Even though they're deep in their own territory, that punter's lined up very short. No, they're going for it. Quarterback takes a snap.
I don't believe he got it.
Okay, hold on, folks. It was a first down.
Oh, wow.
We did not catch them moving the sticks. That's on us. That was a Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down for the Tigers. It was very close, but I thought he was a yard short. They're saying he got the first down. I imagine Coach Redding's not very happy about that. On first down, the carry, though, didn't pick up any yardage.
I'm not sure that was a great spot.
It's going to be 2nd down and 10, and he is under duress. He is brought down by a host of Aggies. That's a big-time sack. Pushes him all the way back
Number 50
to the 8-yard line. 50, Eric Gonzalez, one of last week's players of the week.
There's 2 other defenders down there. I couldn't get the numbers, though.
One of them was Cale Foster. I did not get the number of the other one. Foster was in on that play. They slung the quarterback. He started to come forward again, which established him that deep, and then went backwards again. So that's a big-time sack. Lost about 14, 15 yards on it. It's going to be 3rd down and about 25. They're going to run it off the left side and nothing doing. Man, there is nowhere to go right there, and the defense has come through. It's going to be 4th down and a country mile, and now their punter will be faced with punting from his own end zone.
And that's what you want, obviously, if you're on defense. It's going to give Fairview potentially some great field position to get this drive going, try to put some points on the board.
Well, Fairview's got their returners, Cade Yeager and number 15, Colt Redding. They're standing on the 45. The punter is about a yard deep in the end zone. There's a good snap. It's a low kick. It's going to bounce at about the 40, takes an Ardmore kick. It's received by Colt Redding. He goes forward and is tripped up after a pickup of about 4 yards. He gets it back to the 45-yard line, which is excellent field position, but if he gets by that first guy, he's still running.
Well, that's risky right there, obviously, picking it up like that and running, but ended up not being as bad as it could have been, but I'm glad to see him get it and get some yards, get down.
7:11 left in the first half. The score 2-0. Ardmore currently leads. York is in the shotgun, and he's got Harper beside him now. The first time we've seen this young man. He is explosive at running back. York takes a snap, hands it. No, he's going to keep it himself off right guard. He's across the 40, carrying tacklers down to about the 36 before he's finally ridden down by the defense. That's a big-time pickup right there at 9 yards on 1st down. And, man, that'll open up your playbook.
That's a zone run concept, very easy. They're going fast.
Colt Redding on now. He hands it off to Harper around the right side. He's easily got the 1st down, makes a cut. He's across the 30. He's going to be brought down at about the 26-yard line. That's a big-time pickup right there of about 12. And another Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage 1st down for the Aggies.
That's where Fairview had success early on in this game, is when they were going fast, they were lining up, not giving Ardmore time to set up. They're going back to that right there and having some success.
Redding lines up. He's going to hand it off to Harper again. Goes off of guard. He's carrying one. He's across the 25. He's going to be down at about the 23 on the near hash mark. Dad, that's a good pickup of about 4, maybe 5 on 1st down for the hard runner.
I think they're showing 2nd and about 6 or 7, so.
Let's wait and see what they dial up. Redding stays in the ball game. He's got Harper beside him, a little wide. Watch for a pitch out. Nope, he hands it off to him. Goes off of the left guard. He's across the 20. He's carrying a host of defenders, and now the line comes in and pushes from the other side. He's going to be very close to the sticks. I think he got it. Let's wait and see for the indication. And
wow, that is close.
Nope. It's not close. They're going to say
1st down.
Well, yep, 1st down. That's a Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage 1st down for the Aggies. I knew he was close, but I thought they might measure. York is back in the shotgun. He hands it off to Harper again. Plants his foot, goes to the left, cuts back to the right. He's got 3 guys on him, and he's carrying them. Man, hard running by the sophomore down to the 9-yard line. And very close to the sticks. That's a 9-yard run on 1st down.
Well, they're doing a good job keeping the tight end, the H-back on one side and then the twins on the other side of the formation. Really having Ardmore cover all those sides.
York takes a snap. He's off the right side. He's got a seam. Touchdown, Aggies. And he was hit in the backfield by his own running back. There was a mix-up there. He kind of shoved him out of the way. Takes a seam that he's got off the right side, and he goes in for the score.
Again, that's simple. The whole drive was zone concepts, just going quick up to the ball, running the quarterback, running back. Had a lot of success. I expected to see them do that a lot more moving forward.
Well, Colt Redding lines up for the kick. The kick is up, and the kick is good. That extra point provides an extra degree of protection for the Aggie lead. And if you're looking for the extra degree of service for all your insurance needs, give Kalia at 212 Insurance Group a call. 212 Insurance with over 10 years of experience. 212 Insurance is the official insurance of the Fairview Aggies. We'll be right back after these messages on Friday Night Live.
In the game of mortgages, experience matters. Meet Josh Phillips, a veteran with over 13 years in the mortgage industry. As a leader in the local mortgage community, Josh is more than just a lender. He's a partner who believes in making an impact. At Impact Mortgage Group, they're not just making mortgages. They're making a positive impact on borrowers and our community. You can experience the difference too with Josh Phillips at Impact Mortgage Group.
I'm Josh Phillips of Impact Mortgage Group. You can reach me at 256-338-2920, and I'll show you how my experience can help impact your next home purchase.
In MLS number 338177.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. We've got an Odin's Auto Glass scoreboard update right now. Lawrence County currently leads West Point 7-3. Cole Redding has the ball on the tee. Good kick. Wow. He boomed that one back into the end zone for a touchback. The score here right now with 4:49 left in the first half. Fairview currently leads 7-2.
That was a great kick.
That was a good kick. Cole Redding's been an adequate kicker, but it seems like he has an extra bowl of Cheerios today because he is nailing some stuff.
Man, that one, I don't know that I've seen him kick one that deep this year.
That looked like an Elijah Guy kick.
It certainly did. It's going to bring up first down and 10. The ball spotted on about the 20-yard line for the Tigers. Ardmore lines up. They've got the freshman King. He's out there, a very good runner. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to one of his running backs. He's across the 20, and the ball is out. The fumble is picked up by the Aggies. It's going to be advanced down to about the 14, down to about the 12-yard line. And I didn't see who got that one, Dad.
I didn't either.
It looks like number 42 is the young man who was celebrating on that one. Man, they hit that kid hard, and that ball came right out. That was Alex Garcia who picked that one up for him, the freshman. So now it's going to be first down and 10 for the Aggies. Ball is spotted inside the 10. He's going to hand it off. That's Jones. He goes off left guard. He's going to be down very close to about the 5-yard line. Going to bring up second and goal from about the 5. Jones is out there. Barrett York is out there as well. We saw York run it in last time. He is a very good running quarterback. He's in the shotgun, twins to the far side. He's going to hand it off to Jones. Jones gets behind his blocker, lowers his shoulder, and he's going to be in there. Touchdown, Aggies.
Who was that scored, Chris?
That was Carson Jones on the score, number 26. Excellent run by the junior. And, man, they struck quick. Colt Redding putting the ball on the tee. Getting ready to kick. There's the snap. Kick is up. And the kick is good. That extra point provides an extra degree of protection for the Aggie lead. And if you're looking for the extra degree of service for all your insurance needs, give Kalia 212 Insurance Group a call. 212 Insurance has been serving the Coleman area for over 10 years with that extra degree of service. 212 Insurance, the official insurance of the Fairview Aggies. You gotta love it when you get the ball back for your offense inside the 10.
We do, and
this is Fairview football that we are used to.
Right, it is.
I mean, that first quarter, with the exception of that one drive, was not Fairview football.
Well, if you're Ardmore too, this goes completely against your game plan. If you're Ardmore, you want to shorten the game. You want to run the football, control the time of possession, and quick scores and turnovers is not going to bode well for that.
No, it's not. You want to control the clock and control the ball.
And control field position.
Well, Cole Redding's going to tee it up. Now, this is what I expect to see here, guys. I expect a short pop-up kick that's going to land at about the 35, because now by kicking it deep, he moved those returners back.
Yeah.
And he is very good at kicking that pop-up kick. No, he's going to kick it deep again. It's going to drive him back to about the 5 where it's going to be returned. He's up across the 10, up across the 20, and then he is blasted, man. He gets to the 25, and somebody met that young man with a vengeance. Ooh, I saw his head snap back on that hit.
Fairview's doing a great job tackling, too. They're doing a great job gang tackling, getting to the football, helping each other out. If you're a defensive guy, that's what you like to see.
Well, I am a defensive guy, even though I coach offensive line. I love me some defense, and I love seeing a physical defensive unit like that. And they are stacking the box right now. The freshman King takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to his up back. He goes right up the middle, man, and there is nothing there.
They had a single safety back deep there, and that wasn't deep. It was about maybe 8 or 9 yards from the line.
It's going to be
They are waiting on the run.
They are. They're daring them to pass.
And from what we've seen so far, that hadn't been much of a threat.
Right. It's going to be 2nd down and 1 now. They're going to take the snap. Quarterback hands it off to the up back, and he's going to get across the 25. He might have got a yard, and it looks like a rugby scrum out there. There's so many people on the ball carrier.
Again, you can't throw the football. You're not going to open up the running lanes, and that's what we're seeing right here. Fairview is not scared of them in the passing attack, so until they can prove that, this is what you're going to see.
It's going to be 3rd and 9 now. 4 people in the backfield with the quarterback. Now he sends 3 of them in motion, and they line up trips to the near side. We're going to see him pass here. Wow. Quarterback fakes it. He goes off the right side. 1 man to beat. He's across the 35. Going to be ridden out of bounds at about the 41. The reason I said, wow, the cornerback for Fairview on this side, I didn't see who it was, took a running leap at the wide receiver for Ardmore and absolutely wiped him out. But meanwhile, the quarterback runs for 15 and Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage 1st down. Now we've got flags. And it's going to be encroachment on the defense.
Well, if you're Ardmore, you're trying to get a play to get the ball going, get something going, and that play was it. Simple concept. They faked the screen to the left. Basically a counter, splits the defense, gets everyone going to that side, and allows them to get a pretty free release for a 1st down.
Well, it's going to be 1st and 5 now for the Tigers. King lines up in the shotgun. He's got 3 men beside him. And takes a snap. He's going to run it himself behind those running backs. And there is nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. Big number 64 is looking for scalps, and he just got one. Big time hit by the middle linebacker right there, Kel Foster.
Like I said earlier tonight, Cale, don't come to a gunfight with a knife.
No, he does not.
He loads for bear, and he lays it to him.
Well, every time you see this young man tackle, he's going full tilt, and he doesn't slow down. They send a man in motion. They fake the jet sweep. Quarterback runs. Good run. He's off the right side. He gets through the initial surge. He's into the secondary, going to be across the 50, down to about the 46-yard line. Pickup of about 7, and that's enough for Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage 1st down. That's been their most successful play.
Absolutely. That misdirection and the quarterback run has been very, very good for them.
Quarterback is in the backfield, sends 2 men in motion. Sends another man in motion. He mishandles a snap. It's on the ground, and there is a host of Aggies down on top of it. We're waiting to see because it's a pile, and it could get nasty underneath there.
Yeah.
And there's a signal. Fumble recovered by the Aggies.
It's number, what is that, 61?
I believe that was 61 on the recovery, Dad. And not entirely sure.
We don't have a 61.
We don't have a 61, so I'm guessing it was not. I couldn't tell there was so many.
Well, that right there was not. That was a great snap. It was just right to the quarterback, just mishandled.
Bounced off his chest.
It sure did. I mean, that's on the quarterback there. That's a freshman mistake.
Yeah.
Something he'll learn from going forward.
Something that makes coaches have drinking problems. Okay. Cole Redding is lined up in the backfield. He's got Jones beside him, twins to the near side. Takes a snap, rolls to his right, looking to pass. He's got a receiver across the 50. Oh, we might see a flag on that.
That's close.
He is ridden out of bounds and then slung once he's deep out of bounds. It's going to be a pickup of about 4 for number 2, Cade Yeager. The senior is kind of a safety blanket to these quarterbacks. He's somebody they can always look to. Yeager stays in the game. Number 16, Zayden Cruz, is on the far side. Colt Redding is in the shotgun. Jones is beside him. It's going to be 2nd and 6. He hands it off to Jones. He gets the edge, but then loses his footing. He's going to go down at about the 45-yard line. And he's the second guy we've seen tonight just lose his footing on this turf.
Well, we had a little bit of rain here last night and today, and I don't know how slick the field is, but it could be on the lower ends, the edges, that it may be holding just a little bit of water. Been damp.
We got a Odin scoreboard update. Lawrence County currently up 14-3 over West Point, and Athens leading 21-7 over Coleman. Good Hope is currently up 14-0 over Hansville. Redding takes a snap, goes to his left, pump fakes, throws it downfield, and it is dropped. It was intended for Cade Yeager. He just couldn't pull it in. I think he started to run before he got the ball.
He did. And that was a good dig concept. Got right behind the backers on that one, but it hit him right in the hands. Should have been a good completion. Ends up bringing 4th down.
It's going to be 4th down and 4. Ball is spotted.
Well-conceived play and a good executed play, except for the drop.
Well, I believe the Aggies are going for it. The offense is still in the huddle, and Colt Redding is the one who handles the punting. York is out there at the very least, and they get him to jump. They shifted the line, and while they did, the Ardmore defense jumped, and that is an easy first down for the Aggies.
Well, you got to watch the football. That goes back to junior high football right
there. It
You
does. Something that we haven't had a lot of success with this year.
Sounds easier than it is, I guess.
Well, especially when it's not you that's out there. It's like, guys, the ball's right in front of you. Just look at it. It's going to be 1st and 10 now. The ball is going to be spotted on the 40-yard line. Fairview going from left to right on the near hash. One receiver to either side. York's going to go to the right. He's got a bunch of blockers. He breaks free. He's across the 30 down to about the 23-yard line before finally being forced out of bounds. Big pickup by the quarterback. And another Josh Phillips impact mortgage first down for the Aggies.
And that offensive line is doing a phenomenal job. They're getting to the second level. They're getting a push right there, and he's getting some yards as far as he can touch.
5:11 left in the first half. It's 14-2 Fairview. York swings it out to Yeager. He catches it, makes the first man miss. He's across the 15. He's dragging defenders down across the 10. And he is down to about the 6-yard line. What a hard run after the catch. And a Josh Phillips impact mortgage first down for the Aggies.
That wasn't the 5:11, Chris. That was 51 seconds. It's down to 42 now.
Right. York takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Jones goes off the right side. Got a hold. Touchdown, Aggies.
Great run, great blocking up front. The overhang outside linebacker was there to make a play and just kind of held up a little bit. I don't know exactly what was going on there. Not that he would have tackled him out the end zone anyways, but he was there to make the play.
Well, that was a good run, well blocked by the Aggies. Killed some clock. We're down to 36 seconds here in the first half, and Colt Redding gets ready to tee it up. There's the kick. It is up. And it is good. So with 36 seconds left in the first half, Fairview adds an extra point to take the lead to 21-2. That extra point provides an extra degree of protection for the Aggies. And if you're looking for the extra degree of service for all your insurance needs, give Kalia 212 Insurance Group a call. 212 Insurance has over 10 years of experience serving the Coleman area. 212 Insurance is the official insurance of the Fairview Aggies. Man, I like it when I get to say that a lot because it means that the Aggies are doing really, really well.
Speaking of extra degree, too, it's starting to get a little chilly out here.
It is.
I'm getting a little cold. I'm short sleeves on right here. Kind of wish I would have brought a little pullover and whatnot.
Well, I will make a complaint to management that they need to turn the temperature up a little bit.
I'm fine.
Well, I mean, you're fine. You're wearing long sleeves. We're not.
I remember Randolph last year.
Oh, dude, that was cold. Colt Redding approaches the ball to kick. He's going to kick it. It's going to be received at about the 20. He's up to the 25, to the 30, cuts to the right hash. Has a seam. He's across the 40. Couple men to beat, and he is finally ridden down. Let's see where they put him down at. It looks like about the 43.
We got flags flying.
Wow.
I didn't see a late hit or anything like that.
I saw him kind of struggling a little bit laying on the ground there. I don't know if something was going on between them or what.
Extracurriculars, maybe. Good run, though, from Ardmore.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
Fairview did a great job tackling him, though. Could have been a lot more.
Well, the next to the last guy is the one that got him. I was beginning to get a little worried.
We're waiting on a signal. So it's going to be sideline warning, and that's going to be against Ardmore.
Ooh.
So, no mark off on that. Ardmore takes over at about the 45. They've got 28 seconds left here in the first half, and their offense isn't really designed to pick up big yardage and chunks. Here's another flag. We're probably going to see something on Fairview now, would be my guess, because that was tossed by the sideline judge on the Fairview side. And, all right, I can read his lips. He's talking about Milky Ways. Now we've got a signal, and it's a sideline warning on Fairview. So it's going to be offsetting warnings that aren't really going to do anything. And I'm joined by Ezra. Ezra, how are you doing today?
Good.
So did your football team win this last week?
Yes, and we're going to the playoffs this weekend.
Well, congratulations on making the playoffs. It's going to be 1st and 10 now. They take the snap. Quarterback runs it himself. He goes around the right side and gets away from one, starts to cut back in reverse field and loses about 6.
Well, they're probably going to take this one to the halftime, 14 seconds remaining. That's the best thing to do, in my opinion. Go to halftime, make some adjustments, and see what you can do in the second half.
Well, you know what? I agree with you on that. Right now, you got 3 seconds. They're going to let it wind down. So at the end of the first half, the score 21-2, Fairview leads. We're going to be right back after these messages with the respected bands, and then we'll have a 212 Insurance Group halftime show and see if we can't get Kalia to come up here and join us. You're listening to Friday Night Live. Fairview leads 21-2. We'll be right back.
We've spent a lot of time on this. The investigation is finally over. We uncovered several leads, and we have finally found it. We have found what every small business in Coleman has been looking for. Fiber optic quality internet is here. Utilizing cutting-edge radio technology, Cyber Broadband is now able to offer fiber optic quality internet in the immediate downtown Coleman area and most Coleman industrial parks. More information is available by calling Cyber Broadband, 256-734-1077, 256-734-1077, or on the web at cyberbroadband.net. Are you ready to make your next move in Coleman? Hi, I'm Tommy.
And I'm Angela. We're not just realtors, we're a family dedicated to helping yours.
We're not just about buying or selling property. We're about building connections within our community.
From local schools to charity events, we're active because we care about Coleman.
When you use us, you're not just getting one realtor, you're getting a team working around the clock for you.
With our experience and expertise, we'll guide you through every step of the process.
We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at Hagamore Realty Group.
We make it happen, you make it home.
Coleman Appliance Repair is your locally owned and operated appliance and repair company. Servicing most models and brands, they can be found on Facebook or Google for in-home appliance repair needs. Proudly supporting Coleman area athletics and collegiate football, when that appliance frustrates you and you're in need of a repairman, Robert Brantley is ready to help. You can call him at 256-507-3415 or find him on Facebook, Google, or online at ColemanApplianceRepair.com.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live, and now we're about to hear the Ardmore Tiger Marching Band. good. Are we? Can you hear us good? All three of us? Do what? No. Why?
It's good talking to you.
Oh, you too, brother. Okay.
Well, they put a chair in between it, so it's like it's kind of like a body off the cross.
Okay.
So you can only have 3 guys there.
Don't cross the street.
Yeah, it's a convenient way though.
Just look, you just have to put up a video like this one.
Maybe he calls you to be the way you are.
No, I wore out 2000. That's a good point. I'm a product of my environment.
Yeah.
So the other day in practice, Coach Harris had to play after the end of practice.
Do what now?
So the end of practice, we always pray. And Coach Harris had to pray for the team. And I swear he prayed for the elements. Right. His
Did you say elements? Pray for the ailments that they have, you know?
I told Doug, I said, look, you don't need to pray no more. He's praying this weird new age stuff. You got him barred for praying now? I told Doug the other day, you said the rest were pissed off at him. I said, we need to do a good cop, bad cop. And what we'll do is you can piss him off, and I'll come behind and say, hey, look, just excuse me, 5-hole, okay? He is a bit of a prick. And by the way, number 72, let's guarantee it. You do your ladder, and then let Greg come back and do his way.
We almost got a fight with the guy holding the sticks.
You guys should shut his mouth.
Yeah, what'd you say? You need to shut up and hold the sticks.
Well, have you followed Chris on any pep talks yet?
Following him?
No, followed him.
No.
I didn't fire it up.
They don't do pep talks. He's quiet. He stays in his corner.
Yeah, I know he does. Very, very reserved in the view. Yeah.
I want the kids to be my pizza.
I used to watch it when I was a little kid every Sunday. They're pretty good. I watched one the other day. about the Tarzan movies. When I watched them when I was a kid, I was always deathly afraid of gorillas. Tarzan movies didn't have no gorillas. You were afraid of the what? Gorillas. And then you had one for sale. Do what? Then you had one for sale. Well, yeah, I've wondered sometimes. This should be what we do next. Yeah. We got this last year. I think it was Neil. He's getting ready to get the CPR. So we're going to try to work on this guy on his knee. Every time he does it, it's not good. I'm pretty sure that baby stepped Wow, that was the Ardmore Tiger Marching Band, and they did a fantastic job. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with the Fairview Band, and we'll be joined by Kalia from 212 Insurance Group, and we'll talk things over on the 212 halftime show. You're listening to Friday Night Live. At halftime, Fairview leads 21-2.
Hey, Coleman drivers. Are you tired of the hassle and confusion when it comes to buying a car? Well, we've got fantastic news for you. Meet Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet in Coleman, your go-to guy for a no-nonsense car buying experience.
Hey, folks. Adam here. You know, buying a car shouldn't be stressful. That's why at Mitch Smith Chevrolet, we pride ourselves on transparency, trust, and there's never any BS at MS.
That's right. Adam Aker and the Mitch Smith Chevrolet team are changing the game.
I live and breathe Coleman, just like you. So when you step into our showroom, you're not just another customer, you're family. Together, we'll find the perfect vehicle to fit your needs and budget. Remember, Adam Aker, Mitch Smith Chevrolet, what's not to love?
If you mention you heard Adam Aker on the radio, he'll get you $250 off your next auto purchase. Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet.
Founded in 1887, Coleman Savings Bank serves the people of Coleman with a full line of banking services. One of those services is their legacy checking account, available to those 50 plus, military, teachers, policemen, and firefighters. It features no monthly service charge, interest earned on any balance, free paper or e-statements, and 2 free boxes of checks per year, along with other features. You can stop by any one of 4 convenient locations and ask them about the legacy checking account, or visit www.colemansavingsbank.com for more information. Coleman Savings Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live and the 212 Insurance Group halftime show. I'm joined by Miss Kalia from 212 Insurance. Kalia, you got some big news since the last time we talked, and I want to say congratulations because you have become engaged.
I have, yes, thank you.
And we will actually be getting the lucky guy on the air here in a little bit and letting him do some talking. He's going to be joining our broadcast team, I think, in the upcoming weeks to do some games with us. Thank you, Michelle. You're all right. I don't care what Dad says about you.
Shout out to Michelle. She's our favorite person.
Michelle is awesome. And, you know, we were talking about it earlier. If right now the band is looking for somebody to feed them before a competition, I think it's either on the 19th or the 21st. I'm pulling it up right now to give you the exact date. So if you have a business and you're looking to or a church and you're looking to help out a great cause, it's going to be on the 21st. You can contact the station. We'll put you in touch with Michelle, and you can help this great group of young people out. So the first half, it was slow. It was slow to start with. The first quarter was a mess. You have that 3 yards in a cloud of dust, and they were eating up the clock. We made mistakes. But then the second quarter hit, and it was like we kicked it into gear.
Literally the last 3 minutes of the second quarter, I was like, well, there we are. There's our team.
Right. You know, the defense stepped up. They got a couple of turnovers. They got a fumble. They got a big stop. Then they got an interception, you know, and turned all those into points, which is what you want to see. So at halftime, 21-2. Now, last week, the players of the week were Eric Gonzalez and Barrett York. It's really hard to say. right now who's in the lead for player of the week. Although I would probably have to give a nod right now to York, simply because he's got 2 touchdowns and he's really leading, his offense quite well. But we're gonna have to wait and see what happens in the second half.
And that's the thing is, it always seems like when you and I get on here at halftime, and when you and I are talking in here on halftime, it all of a sudden is, we're obviously we never talk bad about our team, but we get on here and we're like, guys, wake up. And then they come back second half, and then it's like they've got their tails chewed, and then they're good.
Well, and a new coat of paint's going to have to be put on in the locker room because Coach Redding has blistered it off, with whatever he says.
Yeah.
I have been on the receiving end of some of those halftime speeches, not from Coach Redding, but from my old coach Don Woods in Hartselle, and it's not a fun experience.
Oh, gosh.
Especially if you're one of the ones who made one of those penalties.
Obviously I never played football, but I played softball and basketball, and I had a coach from Arab when I was on a travel team, and he would yell at us, and he would say, I'm not yelling at you, I'm encouraging you. So
loudly.
Yes, so that's what we tell. That's my favorite thing. I'm not yelling at you, I'm encouraging you.
Well, we've seen several penalties in the first half, and one of them was really costly. We'd gotten a penalty for like a block in the back, and then we tacked on a penalty that was an unsportsmanlike. They were talking a little bit too much, and I personally know one of the members of this officiating crew. This is one of the top crews you're going to get. I mean, these guys are good. They've been doing it for a long time. We've got to stop with the silly penalties.
With the drama. I know that sounds a silly way to call it, but my goodness, I mean, it seems like game after game, it's just we penalize each other before, not even doing anything. So we exist.
Girls, you're all pretty. Just let it go and let's play football.
Yes, we get it.
So I talked to Ezra earlier. He stopped by and said hello, and I understand they had a win this last week.
In overtime, yes, overtime.
Oh, wow. So my son plays in Arab, and we were 0-0 at the end of regulation. We go into overtime. We have a goal line stand, 3 plays inside the 1 yard line, and we hold them out. We win the game 6-0, and the place goes berserk. So now we're going playoffs. Last year we won 1 game. And Ezra told me they're going to the playoffs. So
we're sitting second place.
Yeah.
And that was the same scenario with us. We won in overtime, and we blocked. They had their 4 chances to make their touchdown, and we blocked them every time. They didn't gain anything. So
that's great. Ezra is such a great kid, and I've been following his exploits like on Facebook. And Facebook's stalking him now for a couple of years since he won the mullet competition. It's so cool watching him really grow into a football player.
Oh, yeah.
And I imagine it's not going to be too many years until you're going to see him out on that football field, and you're going to have to control yourself when he gets hit. And that's going to be hard because it's hard for me to control when my son gets hit and I see him just get blasted. But he's going to be tough, and there's so many good young kids coming up here in Fairview. This program should be good for a long time.
Oh, I think so too.
Well, right now, the homecoming court is being announced, and after this, we're going to get back to the game. Right now, Fairview, I would say, is commanding.
Yes, I think so too.
In their lead, their defense is not giving up anything, although that quarterback run has been troublesome. We got to start finding a way to stop that. I'm worried because there's been several times that they've gotten behind our defense, and their wide receivers have dropped everything.
They have. How many recoveries have we had? 3? That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And 1 interception?
Yeah. And, they've had wide receivers who are open and get hit in the chest and can't bring the ball in. You can't win football games like that.
Oh, yeah.
So right now, if we had to give the award, I think we'd be in agreement, although it's too close to call.
Oh, yeah. I think so, too.
Right now, I think Mr. Barrett York would be getting his second, in 2 games. But we'll have to wait and see. There's been some big plays made on defense. I'll tell you what, Kel Foster is making a case for him to get his second award because he is laying the thunder down on defense. Man, I've watched him hit a couple of guys, and I'm just like, man, I'm glad that's not me.
And I think that he got a penalty called on him earlier,
right?
And I feel like it set a fire under him, which is that's how I would be. I'm extremely competitive, and I just noticed talking about homecoming that Coach Redding is escorting his daughter, so I think the boys might have spared themselves a butt chewing. Unless Coach Simmons, he might have probably.
Right. Coach Simmons might be in there, taking over for Coach Redding. All coaches apparently go to that class where they learn how to do that.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Who is it? Amy Latham. She's in the band. She's
awesome.
Amazing, very talented girl.
Well, she is the homecoming queen this year for Fairview, and congratulations to that young lady.
And before we got on here, Chris and I were talking. I told him I was on homecoming court back 15 years ago in 2007, and he did not care. So let's just throw that out there.
It's not that I didn't care. Clea, but I am a guy.
He's a guy. Boys don't care. It's all good.
And boys are like, okay, football time now. I need to grunt and point and get noisy. Well, so far, first half, it's been Fairview finally opening up that can of you-know-what.
Oh, yeah.
The score 21-2. What do you say final score for this game? I think they're going to end up scoring at least once on Fairview. They'll bust free probably late in the game. But I'm thinking the score is going to be 42-9.
Yeah,
my final.
Literally, I was saying 42-9. And let's just throw that out there. Our two that they have was not a kick. It was
a safety.
Yeah.
It was a snap over the quarterback's head, but the defense did really well.
They did.
And I want to say this. After that safety, you get a free kick, and the defense is normally going to get excellent field position. Colt Redding absolutely blasted a kick over their head, pinned them deep at like the 15-yard line, and it really stopped that momentum because Ardmore was starting to get it, and Colt Redding took it away.
He did. It was beautiful.
Well, Clea, thank you so much for joining us on the 212 Insurance Group halftime show. We thank you for all that you've done, working with us at this station, all the stuff you do behind the scenes with these boys, and we will be talking to you again real soon.
Yes, talk to you soon.
That was 212 Insurance Group halftime show with Miss Kalia and yours truly. We're going to play a couple of commercials. We'll be right back on Friday Night Live.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck, yes. That'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Hey, Sheriff Matt Gentry here. Hey, on behalf of the Coleman County Sheriff's Office, and we look forward to seeing everybody at the ball field. We pray God's blessings on each and every one of y'all. Hey, when you're coming to and from the ball field, stay safe. Don't be distracted in driving. Make sure if you go somewhere afterwards, don't drink and drive, but have a great season and take care. God bless.
In business for over 20 years, K&K Logging can handle all your forestry needs. From clear cutting to thinning to select hardwood logs. K&K Logging pride themselves in landowner satisfaction. A Christian-owned company, K&K Logging is quality you can depend on. Kelly Crawford is a Vulcan District Director of the Alabama Loggers Council. K&K Logging, 256-255-3693. 256-255-3693. K&K Logging. In business for over 20 years, K&K Logging can handle all your forestry needs. From clear cutting to thinning to select hardwood logs. K&K Logging pride themselves in landowner satisfaction. A Christian-owned company, K&K Logging is quality you can depend on. Kelly Crawford is a Vulcan District Director of the Alabama Loggers Council. K&K Logging, 256-255-3693. 256-255-3693. In today's world, broadband internet is an absolute necessity. Unfortunately, the large cable and phone companies only provide broadband internet where it's profitable for them. For the rest of us, there's Cyber Broadband. Providing internet service since 2004, Cyber utilizes a small radio antenna to deliver broadband where cable and DSL don't go. You can join the 21st century today with Cyber Broadband, supporting streaming, VPN access, and everything else you've been wanting to do with that slow internet connection. It's Cyber Broadband for the win. They can be found online at cyberbroadband.net or look them up on Facebook.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live here at Dafford Smith Stadium. I am Christopher Greer, joined in the broadcast booth by Corey Harris. He is defensive back and wide receiver coach at Arab. He is a defensive guy, wide receiver guy extraordinaire. My dad's still in the booth, but we're also joined by Mr. Jamie Finch, who is a big Fairview fan, and I understand that you got engaged.
Yes, sir, I did.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Fairview getting ready to kick off. What did you see that jumped out to you mistake-wise by Fairview in the first half?
Seemed like they came out a little flat from the bye week.
Right.
A little bit to get, going, but seemed like once the second quarter hit, they got a couple, 2 turnovers.
Right.
So,
3 turnovers.
3 turnovers, yeah. So
Colt Redding tees it up. He kicks it off short. It's going to bounce around and finally going to be recovered by the Ardmore Tigers. That almost was very dangerous for that offense. Man, he is so good at kicking short like that and then having it bounce around like it's a 9-iron shot.
Well, if you can perfect it, I mean, that's a great way to get the ball back.
Right.
And open up the half. Wow.
Well, it's not my 9-iron shot because that's normally out in the woods somewhere. It's going to be 1st and 10 now. The ball is going to be spotted at about the 26-yard line. And we got 4 guys in the backfield, a quarterback and 3 running backs. He's going to take the snap, rolls out, hands it off around the left side, and nowhere to go. Big stop by the defense. A golden wave of defenders.
Well, they got wore up out front. Defensive line. I mean, they wore up on the offensive line pretty good on that one. So tough sledding.
That offensive line's just not getting any kind of movement on Fairview's defense.
That's got to hurt you as an offensive line coach, does it?
Well, no, not necessarily because I'm a Fairview fan, and I don't apologize for that. The quarterback takes a snap, looks downfield, throwing into double coverage, and flag comes in late. It's almost picked off. Man, very little contact right there. I thought that was incidental. Let's wait and see what the signal is. I believe we're going to see it. There it is, pass interference on the Aggies. It's another penalty. Jamie, that's just too many for a game.
How many is that now?
I'm going to say it's probably about 6, and they've been big ones.
Seems like every time we play at home, it's penalties. So,
well, it gives you something to work on as a coach. That'll make another Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down for the Tigers. They come up 1st and 10 now. The ball's going to be spotted on the 37. Quarterback's got 2 guys in the backfield. He hands it off to one of them. He goes off left guard, and he is met immediately. I believe that was number 65, Jaden Pineda, on the tackle, and it was. Man, he blasted him before he got to the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of a yard.
He came in like
that was a freight train,
right
buddy.
Boom.
Yeah. He didn't give him a chance to get to Cale Foster. Quarterback's got 3 backs beside him now. He takes the snap. He's going to reverse out now, looking to pass. Got a man deep, but he's covered. He's going to run, being chased by a host of Aggies. Big time hit. He gets across the 45. Who was that on the hit? Looks like it was number 16. That's Zayden Cruz on the hit. He made him pay for that one.
Unfortunately, though, he did pick up a lot of yards, so we're looking at 3rd and short from middle of the field.
Ball spotted at the 46. The defense has been bending but not breaking since that first quarter. Got some movement there. The quarterback hands it off. He's going around the left side. Nowhere to go. Guess who? Number 64, Cale Foster, comes in on the big hit. Man, how cool is it to have a linebacker that big that can run that good?
Definitely is he's an impact player for sure. Seems like when he's playing better, seems like the defense is going the same way he is. So
it's going to bring up a 4th and about 6. And the punter is on the field. It's close to midfield. I wouldn't be surprised to see him fake it. It's a bad snap. The punter can't handle it. He picks it up, kicks it, and it bounces at about the 45, barely across midfield. He did so good just to get that away, but that's only going to be a punt of about 15 yards.
That could have been a lot worse. He's very lucky to have done that, and even flipped the field, because that could have been 6.
Oh, easily could have been 6. They're going to spot it at about the 40-yard line. Man, that was an excellent job just getting that punt away. It's going to bring up 1st and 10. York is out there in the backfield. He's got Jones beside him, the junior running back. Very dangerous. Twins to the near side. They're going from right to left. He swings it out. He's got Yeager. He's in the flats. He's across the 40, across the 50. He has a block. Finally going to be brought down at the 47. Not before picking up about 13 and a Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down.
Offensively right there, Fairview's throwing the screen. They're really getting them out of the box. They're having to defend out wide. That's going to open up some run lanes here, I'm assuming.
York takes the snap. We'll find out. Man, he hands it off to Jones and he loses his footing. 3rd time we've seen that tonight. Jamie, how much rain did they get up this way today? Because it seems like the field might be wet.
I'm sure it is. It rained maybe 3 times. About an hour.
Right.
You know, not just torrential downpour, but
enough to make it nice and soggy.
For sure.
It's going to be 2nd down and 10. York's in the shotgun, Twins to the far side. He's going to run the option to the right, pitches it out to Jones. Jones gets to the edge, lowers his shoulder, and lowers a boom on a defender across the 45. Finally going to be brought down at about the 42. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4, which is a whole lot better than 3rd and 10.
Well, it makes it manageable, and you don't want to get in 3rd and long situations. You want to keep the chains moving, so obviously that gets you in position to get a first down easily. Opens up the playbook as well a little bit more.
It's going to be 3rd down, 4 yards to go. And right now it looks like Colt Redding is on the field, the right-hander. He's joined by Jones in the backfield, takes the snap. He hands it off to him. He goes off left guard, bounces it outside, loses his footing again. He gets across the 40 down to the 38. Let's see where they mark it down. They're going to save it 39, very close to the sticks. But right now it looks like it's short. I would be checking his cleats if it was me. Just making sure he's got the right type of cleats on, because this is twice on one drive now. And he had a big seam right there. That was going to go for a while.
Looks like they're going for it.
Colt Redding in the shotgun. See if they shift like they did. No, they do not. He hands it off to Jones. Left guard. He's got a hole across the 30. Makes a cut. He's down to the 20, down to the 10, down to the 5. Touchdown, Aggies. That was not Barrett Jones. That was number 14, Jake Harper, the sophomore on that run. And, man, he planted his foot, hit the Jets, and, Jamie, he was gone.
Oh, yeah, he was. And he seems like his cleats are doing a little bit better because he made the same cut. So,
we saw Jones slip twice, making that cutback. That time he was able to make it. Like I said, I'd be checking Jones's cleats. Colt Redding in for the point after. The kick is up. The kick is good. And that extra point provides an extra degree of protection for the Aggie lead. And if you're looking for the extra degree of service for all your insurance needs, give Kalia 212 Insurance Group a call. 212 Insurance has over 10 years of experience. 212 Insurance Group is the official insurance of the Fairview Aggies. And that extends that lead out to 28-2. Man, how hard is it going to be for an offense like Ardmore to come back over a gap like that?
Well, they're not built to do that, and they've already shown this game that they can't throw the ball very well.
Right.
And that's what they're going to have to do.
Well, they can throw it. The problem is catching it. The quarterback can sling the ball. It's just right now they're not doing a good job of bringing it in. Let's see. Right now, we've got a scoreboard, Odin's Autoglass scoreboard update. Coleman scores again to cut the lead that Athens has. 21-14, Athens is ahead. Colt Redding getting ready to kick the ball off. He's got it on the tee. Going to be going from right to left in their gold uniforms, purple helmets. And it's a high, short kick. Fair catch signal at the 30 and caught. Ardmore takes over at the 29. Now, Jamie, I know that you played. What position did you play when you played football?
I was running back and quarter.
Okay. These running backs for Fairview are so good. And it seems like there's so many of them. It's like they have a factory that just produces them. You know, you've got Eli Frost, who's in street clothes tonight. Now you've got Carson Jones. Then you've got Jake Harper behind him. And I understand there's some more that are, you know, down to the JV level getting ready to come up.
Oh, that is for sure. And it seems like they all have that burst.
Right.
As soon as they get that open, and they're gone.
Well, they're going to hand it off to the left-hand side. And, man, there was nowhere to go on that for Ardmore. 65, Jaden Pineda makes the tackle for about a 5-yard loss. We're going to say a 4-yard loss on that, but that was so well defended on the edge by those corners and linebackers. There was just nowhere to go on that edge. He had to cut it back in, and there's a golden wave coming.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they made some adjustments because they're getting penetration now. So
quarterback's in the backfield. He's going to run it himself off right guard. Gets by one, gets by another. He's fighting his way across the 35 up to the 37. A flag comes flying in. I believe we're probably going to see a face mask right here. I could be wrong, but it came from the back judge. There's a couple of flags on the field. So I didn't see a face mask there, guys, but I'm thinking that's what we're about to see the call.
Well, they're moving the ball bags, or it's signaling on Fairview.
Yep. Yeah, it's a personal foul face mask on Fairview. Moves it across the 50. That's a Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down. He's going to put the ball up at about the 47.
They've had some success with the misdirection counter. See if they
have. The freshman Alex King is in at the shotgun. He's going to run it himself off the right guard. He gets through the initial line. That's been their best play. He's up across the 40 to about the 39.5, and you got some guys getting up slow. It's going to be very close to the sticks, waiting on a signal. They're going to say he's down about 2 yards shy. It's going to be second down and about 2 yards to go. Fairview stacking the box. They got one man back deep on defense. The freshman King is in the shotgun. He's got nobody in the backfield. Sends a man in motion. He's going to fake the jet, run it himself off the left guard. He's going to pick it up. He's got 3, 4, maybe 5 yards. He's going to be brought down by a host of Aggies at about the 34-yard line, but not before picking up 6 yards when he only needed 1. That's a Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down for the Tigers. The score, 28-2, 5:25 left in the third quarter. And they start to substitute, then they think better of it, and they call that defender back. He would not have made it in. Both teams going hurry up, man. Man, that's hard to defend against. Quarterback takes a snap. He runs it off the left side, trying to cut back to the right. Nowhere to go, and the Aggies stop him. He's going to maybe pick up. Second effort, he gets about 4 yards, but initially great defense, Jamie.
All things considered, that's a pretty good run. They had him for the backfield a little bit. Again, Ardmore with the misdirection. The counters working well for them, but eventually they're going to have to throw the football.
It's going to bring up second down at about 6. Now, if you're Ardmore, do you try and put the ball in the air? You've had no success. They go with a hard count. Fairview does not jump. Quarterback is in the backfield by himself. Now he sends a man in motion, hands it off on a jet. Goes around the right side. He's got a little bit of an edge. He gets up to the 25. He's across the 25 down to about the 23. He's going to pick up about 9 yards. He only needed about 6. That's a Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down for the Tigers. And Jamie, what we've seen traditionally in the second half or in the second quarter is this is where turnovers happen or big plays for the defense. Let's wait and see. They send a man in motion. Quarterback's going to keep it. He goes right off the guard, and he is hit by number 50, Gonzalez. Big hit by him, but not before he picks up 4 or 5 on first down, guys. And, you know, if you're Ardmore, you got to be happy with that.
Well, sure. But the problem is, obviously, we're looking at 3 minutes left in the third quarter. A little too late on this effort.
2nd down and 6. And, again, everybody in the box. You got one man deep, and he ain't that deep for Fairview. They send a man in motion. Quarterback runs it himself off the right side. He runs right into a wall. Pickup of probably about 2. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
Earlier, the play before, they're actually running the Wildcat. Their freshman quarterback was out. They had another one in running the Wildcat and had some success. See if they go back to that later on in the drive.
Well, King comes back in, and he is in. He's an impressive young man. Nobody in the backfield. Sends an H-back in motion, runs it himself, goes off right guard, and he's hit, but he's going to be real close to the stick. Second effort got it. He kept his legs pumping, picked up about 7, and a Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down for the Tigers, down to about the 10. We got 2:33 left. It's going to be a timeout by the Aggies. They're going to talk it over. We're going to do the same. We'll be right back. The score 28-2 on Friday Night Live.
Live 95 is brought to you in part by Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point, now with several locations across the state, but still located in the heart of Coleman County. They are a proud sponsor of Coleman Community Radio on Live 95. Merchants Bank of Alabama, a division of South Point Bank, member FDIC.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect place to have dinner or choosing a good night's sleep over binge watching TV all night. It feels really good to make the right insurance decisions too. That's why State Farm agent Tisha Brewer is right here in Coleman County to help you select the right protection at the right price. Tisha will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Tisha Brewer, it's easy to make the right choice.
I'm Tisha at Tisha Brewer State Farm. We're located behind Cook's Pest Control at 909 Fisher Street. You can reach us at 256-734-4645. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. 2:33 left in the third quarter. And it's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 11. They can get a first down without scoring. They're running the Wildcat now. That young wide receiver is going to keep it himself, and he got buried. Man, did you see that hit?
The hole closed up pretty fast. They're hitting, that's for sure.
Man, they're being really physical up front. That hole, it was there, and then it vanished. He didn't get anything. He stays in at 2nd down and 10. Nobody in the backfield. Waiting to see. He's going to take it around the right side, and oh my goodness. Guess who that was? Big number 64. Made him pay for that. Yep, Cale Foster. Man, I love watching that young man hit. That's going to be a loss of about, let's see, they're backing up the sticks. Well, that's why there's a flag. I believe we had a holding call, gentlemen, and somehow we missed it. Now look, the two of y'all are supposed to keep me straight on that stuff. We got to do a better job as spotters. It's going to be 2nd down and about 20 to go. That's going to back them up outside the red zone to about the 21-yard line. And this is not a big yardage offense. They send one man in motion. He's out wide to the left. Quarterback's got 2 beside him, takes a snap. The freshman looks downfield. He only has one guy to throw it to. And, oh, man, they drew the pass interference. It was an uncatchable ball. And we're probably fixing to see another flag because a Fairview player just threw it up in the stands. Do not need to do that. That is not a good thing to do.
Well, in high school football, I don't believe the ball has to be considered catchable for pass interference. So,
right.
The fact even it was not catchable at all. I'm not even really sure what the route was and where the ball was being thrown. But regardless, there was interference and the flag was thrown.
Well, apparently not. It looks like they're waving it off. Nope, there it is. Okay, we're still waiting on them to mark it off. Oh, wow. Did we just dodge a bullet on that? There was an ineligible receiver downfield for Ardmore. That cancels out the big penalty. That we dodged a bullet on, guys.
Well, again, I'm not exactly sure. I like the call passing. You're going to have to pass it eventually, but that was not the concept.
Quarterback takes a snap, fakes a handoff, tries to hit a man across the middle. Very well defended. That was batted down by a Fairview defender. That was Colt Redding on the defense. And it's going to bring up third down at about 20.
I'm not a huge fan of that. You were looking at second down. You have to get some yards right there and make it more manageable on third down.
Well, what I don't like, guys, is they only have one target for the quarterback, and he's getting blanketed. Now they've got trips to the far side. They're going to throw a screen, and it's complete. He dodges the first guy, and he loses his footing and slips down. Man, that field condition must be pretty bad, Jamie.
Yeah,
he's going to drop 5.
Yeah, it seems like once they get outside the hashes, I don't know if it's holding water out there, but it's definitely, you see him sliding on that right outside the hash marks.
Well, the kicker we saw in the pregame, he's got a big leg, but I don't think he's got one this big. I mean, that ball's all the way back to about the 26. That would be 36, be about a 42-yard field goal. So they're going to go for it on 4th and 30. Quarterback takes a snap, steps up. He gets blasted right as he throws, and it is incomplete. Incomplete out of the back of the end zone. I don't see any flags, so that's going to be it. The Aggies will take over on downs. Man, dodged a bullet, guys. We got 36 seconds left in the third, and Fairview's leading 28-2.
That was a long drive for Ardmore.
It was. Killed a lot of clock.
Didn't come out with any points, though. So that was a long drive, but nothing out of it.
Right. Well, Fairview lines up. They've got Colt Redding out on the field. It looks like Harper's beside him, number 14. That sophomore is explosive. Redding rolls to his left, gets a good block, looks downfield, has a man and can't connect. Had a man behind the defense. Threw the ball where only his guy had a shot at it, but it was just past the fingertips of number 2, Cade Yeager.
He had a hand on it, and like Coach always says, Coach Ship, he says, you get a hand on it, you better come down with it. So should have came down with it. Great corner route right there, but just didn't connect.
It's going to be 2nd down and 10, and let's see what they dial up. Colt Redding stays in. He's got Harper beside him. Takes a snap. He hands it off to him. He's hit immediately, gets by 1, and then he is stacked up by the defense, but he's pushing and churning. He's going to pick up about 4 hard yards there. Great second effort by that young man. His offensive line helped getting behind him and pushing a little bit. You got to love seeing that.
Offensive line's definitely controlling the line scrimmage there. Zone concepts, running, man on man. They're doing a great job running back, getting behind his pads and picking up the hard yards.
It's going to be 3rd down, about 6 yards to go. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Score at the end of 3, 28-2. We'll be right back after these messages on Friday Night Live.
Guthrie's Auto Service has been providing quality automotive service since 1985. Located in Coleman on Eva Road, just north of 157, Guthrie's Auto Service is a AAA approved and Napa Auto Care Center, meaning their repair work is warranted up to 3 years or 36,000 miles. And because they're part of the Napa Auto Care Network, their work is also warranted at over 14,000 Napa Auto Care locations across the country. Terry Guthrie and his team are award-winning, collecting Napa's Auto Care Center of the Year for the Nashville Distribution Center and a People's Choice Award in 2020. More information is online at Guthrie'sAutoservice.net.
For 30 years, Budget Blinds has been the leader for beautiful window coverings. No need to travel when Budget Blinds brings the store to your door. From blinds and draperies to shutters and shades, Budget Blinds has been transforming windows all over North Alabama. And we make it easy with your in-home consultation, custom measuring, and installation. Budget Blinds, 256-727-6550, 256-727-6550, or budgetblinds.com/call.
Coleman Electric Cooperative has been providing electricity and community support to help local people and businesses grow for the last 86 years. The co-op is adding to that legacy with its new Sprout Fiber Internet, giving its members access to blazing fast gigabit internet speeds with unmatched reliability and extraordinary customer service. Coleman Electric Cooperative and Sprout Fiber Internet. Powerful connections, brighter future.
Lord, I'm so tired. Welcome back to Friday Night Live. Fairview has the ball. They hand it off to the right side. He's across a 40. He's across a 50. That's Barrett York. No, he kept the ball himself. He's down to about the 46-yard line. Big pickup in a Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down. He takes a snap. He's going to hand it off. I believe that is Harper. He plants his foot, makes an excellent cut. He saw that seam in the zone blocking and picked up about 7, maybe 8 yards up to about the 38-yard line.
Number 65 right there, Jaden Benita with a pancake block. I know you'd like to see that.
Oh, we love seeing that. It's going to be 2nd and 2. York takes a snap, hands it off to Harper off the left guard. He picks up 4. That's a Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down for the Aggies. Man, great pickup.
They're starting to move the ball like we know the Aggies do.
Well, they're going fast, too.
Yeah.
They're moving at a fast pace, and that's what they have the most success.
Colt Redding and Carson Jones checking the game now. They're in the shotgun. Twins to the far side. Redding takes a snap, fakes a handoff. He's looking, and now he's going to run it himself. Good decision by that young quarterback. Both receivers were blanketed. A lesser quarterback would have thrown that and probably been picked off. He recognized it, picked up a couple of yards.
I saw a window.
Yeah, there was. Number 10 had a window going across.
Right.
But then they picked back up on him. Safety picked up on him.
Redding takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Jones off the left side. Picking his way forward, he finds a seam. He's across the 30. He's across the 26, down to about the 25. Good run on 2nd down for the junior. He's going to pick up about 8 yards and make a very manageable 3rd and 2.
Well, when you can run the ball the way they run the ball right now, you can do a lot of things offensively.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Redding in the shotgun. Jones beside him. Takes a snap. He's going to run it himself. Squeezes through a hole across the 20 and easily picks up Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down. And I'll tell you something I like seeing right there. The zone blocking scheme by the Aggies up front was moving that line of scrimmage. Eric Gonzalez, number 50, put his man down.
Yeah.
Pancaked him, then helped him up after the play. Barrett York is back in. Flags go flying. We had happy feet in the backfield. Carson Jones moved a bit. It's going to be movement on the Aggies. That's going to drop them back. Hate to see that.
Well, again, you don't want to have penalties, especially not on first down. Backs you up 1st and 15, especially when we have a good drive going, sustained. So, again.
Hopefully they'll be able to pick back up on the momentum. But that does usually kill the momentum.
Absolutely.
It's going to be first down, about 15 to go. Barrett York in the shotgun, Twins to the near side. Hands it off to Jones, and he slips and falls. 4th time we've seen that. He goes down about the 19, picks up a few yards.
That field must be a lot slicker than what I thought it was. I thought maybe it was just the lower end, but people are falling out in the middle out there, you know.
I don't understand it, Dad, because I was on the field pregame.
Yeah.
And it didn't seem to be really sloppy, but apparently it is. Either that or we got some kids playing in basketball shoes, one or the other. York takes a snap. He's going to run it himself. Goes off the left side. Flag comes in. He's got a seam down to the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Aggies. But wait a minute. Let's wait and see what the flag is. I believe it's going to come back. It's going to be
holding.
It's going to be a holding call. That will be against Fairview. And man, that takes a touchdown off the board. You hate to see that. It's going to back them all the way up to about the 29-yard line. It's going to first and 25.
up to this point, especially in the second half, this drive has been riddled with flags and penalties and miscues. Not something you want to see if you're a Fairview Aggie fan.
No, I've got a list over here, and it's getting longer and longer. We had a problem a couple games ago with that. I mean, we had like 18 penalties, but they corrected it last game.
Well, York's going to hand it off to Harper. He goes off the right side, picks back up some yardage, but it's still going to be very long, third and long, about third and 18 or so.
Well, this down and distance right here, punting is not really an option. Kicker's got a great leg, so you want to get in field goal position and put some points on the board, but definitely looking like 2-down territory to me.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be third down, about 18. Pick up a good chunk right here and set yourself up for fourth down. And York drops back. He's looking downfield. He's got a man, but it's overthrown. That's going to be incomplete.
Hard to see what that throw right there was way out of bounds. Almost went through the goalpost. Verticals concept. They had a seam running into the fade. Looked like he was open.
He was open. It was just overthrown on that one.
Well, we're going to go for it on fourth down.
I don't think we are. Colt Redding is the kicker. If they send him out there, that ball is going to be teed up at about
the 28 yard line. It's going to be about a 38, 39-yard kick.
Well, we're waiting. There's a snap. The kick is up. It's got plenty of leg. Oh, and it's no good. Just wide to the right.
Well, that was close.
Man, it was. He had another 10 yards on that, guys.
Yeah, he's just a little bit off.
That's impressive in high school football.
It is.
Kick at that,
well,
that distance.
Especially with a sophomore.
Yeah, you should have seen the kicker they had before him. That young man I was talking about earlier, Elijah Guy, he was good for like 55.
Yeah.
You know,
that's
a weapon. And not only that, but he was a punter as well. Did kickoffs. He was a great directional punter. I thought he was a better punter than he was a kicker.
Well,
I mean, he was so good at pinning people deep.
I think what he had was 56 the other day.
No, it was 43. Yeah,
was it 43?
Yeah.
Still further than I could kick it.
Yeah, just by a bit. Ardmore takes the snap. They hand it off. He's going around the right side. He gets the edge. He's going to pick up about 5-6 yards. Very hard-fought yards by that young man. Good run on first down for the Tigers.
Give them credit. They're not giving up. It's 28-2 right now, 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. They're still running the ball hard, running with fight. That wing T, again, not built to come back from a huge deficit, but it's very difficult for a defense to defend. Although Fairview doesn't seem to be having much issue with that right now.
No, not so much. They take the snap. They're going to hand it off going off the left side, and he has got nowhere to go.
Wow.
Massive penetration. That was a jailbreak by the defensive line.
There was 6 Aggies in that pile, getting up from that pile right there.
And take your pick.
Yeah. I mean, you just can't run the ball into that. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you do. You know, if you've got 6 defenders on that running back, he's not going nowhere.
It looks like they're bringing the Wildcat formation.
I agree, they are. That young man is number 10, Peyton Gatlin, the junior. He's going to take it and hand it off. Kind of faked him a little bit. That's going to be a pickup of about 4 yards or so, but it's still going to bring up fourth down and long. Do you dial up a fake right here?
Well, you can't punt it at this point. You got to go. You got to go for it. Call your best play. You've got nothing to lose.
Right. We got an Odin's Autoglass scoreboard update right now. Lawrence County is currently up 21-9 over West Point. And we are all losing that one. There's a snap. There's a kick. It is not a great kick. It's high and short. Bounces at the 50. And it just dies. I mean, that thing bounced one time and it was just nothing.
Kind of like it's hitting on a wet field.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah.
That is an astute observation.
You remember when we used to play after it rained? You'd punt the ball or kick the ball,
and it would just kind of go
flat.
It just land. Yeah. That is awesome. Well, we got Twins to the far side, and it looks like Redding's in the backfield. He's going to hand it off. That's Harper. He takes a snap. Got a seam. Big hole. Plants his foot at the 30. He's got one man to beat. He's going to be brought down, but not before getting up to about the 18. Make that 17-yard line. Big pickup there, Dad, of about 32. And a Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down for the Aggies. They rush back to the line of scrimmage. They hand it off to him again. Going to the left side. Very patient runner. He lets the hole develop. Wasn't a lot there that time, but he picked up about 6 yards there.
On that last play, big gain, Cade Yeager on the outside, really sealing off the perimeter, blocking. Receivers really springing that run for a huge gain.
They hand it off to him again. He goes off the right side and is brought down. That was actually a handoff to Jones, number 26. And Barrett York comes back in the ball game. Big number 19, the left-hander, and he's going to face a 3rd down and 1. Dad, go ahead and take over play-by-play.
All right. I got 3 wide receivers on the left. Ball snapped, handed off to Jones, straight up the middle. And he got the hat trick. Touchdown, Fairview.
That's hard running right there. That's hard running. Tough to stop that. But like I said, offensive line's been wearing out defensive line all night. It's not surprising to see. Lining up for the extra point. Kick is up. It's good. Fairview's leading 35-2. 4 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. This game started out pretty ugly, but
first quarter was kind of draggy. It was sort of like Fairview, got out there and did real well, and then once that drive ended, we went to sleep.
Well, the good thing about football is it's a game that's played in 4 quarters, and usually the best team will come out on top. Fairview did not win the first quarter, but they sure won the rest of it.
Yeah, that is a fact. They were able to run the ball. They were able to throw the ball. It's kind of imposing your will. The 2 dogs could have hooked up and fought, and one of them bleeding and bloody.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to start seeing some new faces out there at this point. Up 33 points, 4 minutes remaining.
Good possibility.
Get some playing time for some of these kids. They're working hard.
Well, they do, work them up there pretty regular.
Absolutely.
Well, that was a big score, and that point after took it to 35-0, and it provided an extra degree of protection for the Aggie lead. And if you're looking for the extra degree of service for all your insurance needs, give Kalia at 212 Insurance Group a call. 212 Insurance, with over 10 years of experience serving the Coleman area, is the official insurance group of the Fairview Aggies. So we just got a couple of smoked hot dogs, and I have not tried these yet. So let's give the official, kind of take on it. We're eating these plain right here to see how smoky they are. So here we go, guys. 1, 2, 3. Not too much.
It's a different flavor.
That's impressive.
Yeah, and Ardmore takes a snap, rolls out to the right. He's got a man that's complete up to about the 35, going down the sideline. Going to be forced out of bounds at the 46, and a flag comes in late. And meanwhile, while we wait, I have to say, this is impressive.
I mean, most places you're getting a boiled hot dog, maybe put on the rollers, steam.
One of the cheap ones.
The bars, maybe. That's all I can afford, really. But
well, these are like ballpark franks.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And you've got a good smoky flavor to it. Again, impressive.
Yeah, they're very good.
Today, I had the barbecue nachos. Now I have the smoked hot dog.
Don't forget, you got to go get a pizza.
The pizza done right.
They're out. They're out right now.
Are they out?
Yeah, that's why we ended up with hot dogs. And again, this is the treatment you get here at Fairview, which is part of the reason why we love coming here. Because Michelle does such a good job taking care of us. The penalty has been announced. It was an unsportsmanlike call on Ardmore. Backing them up, it's going to be first in about an eighth of a mile or so.
Not many plays in the playbook for this.
No. Quarterback takes a snap. He's going to pitch it forward in some type of shovel pass, and nobody was fooled. That loses another 3 yards. I thought his knee was down when he got the snap, though.
It could have been. Again, at this point, you're looking at second in a long, long ways. There's not many plays in the playbook that you have to get this. Again, I would look for Ardmore to probably run the football right here. You're looking at 3 minutes remaining in the game. Probably going to run the ball, run some clock, try to get home on the bus.
We say that, and then they swing it out to the right-hand side. The pass is complete up to about the 41. Then he is immediately knocked out of bounds. He's going to bring up third down and about 15 now for the Tigers. The score 35-2. Fairview comfortably has this in hand. Just so you know, the Fairview Marching Band will be playing after the game. We're going to stay and listen to them and get that broadcasted. Quarterback takes a snap, looks downfield. He's got a man who is triple covered. Not a very wise throw right there, guys. That's how interceptions happen.
Well, at this point, obviously, interception's not going to make or break the game, nor the score. But the passing attack they've had some success on recently, last couple of plays. Where's that been the last 3 quarters?
Yeah.
No?
They've only got accurate the last quarter and a couple minutes.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you. They've been accurate, but they've only been able to really bring it in the last few minutes.
Yeah.
It's going to bring up fourth down, about 16 yards to go.
We have a timeout.
And there's a timeout. We're going to take one as well. The score 35-2, 2:48 left in the ball game. We'll be right back after these messages on Friday Night Live.
H&S Appliance Outlet is an overstocked scratch and dent dealer offering quality name brand appliances at major discounted prices, up to 75% off. H&S Appliance Outlet also offers factory authorized repair services as well as financing options. To better serve the needs of North Alabama, H&S Appliance Outlets are conveniently located in Coleman, Hartselle, and Arab. A proud veteran and family owned business who's happy to be of service and can be reached on Facebook at H&S Appliance Repair or by phone 256-735-4184. 256-735-4184. H&S Appliance Outlet, a proud supporter of Coleman Community Radio.
There are many advantages when you bank locally with people you know. Eva Bank will get you started or restarted. Eva Bank offers many loan choices. We stay flexible and put your situation first. What matters to you matters to us. We are specialty lenders with programs for home purchases, home construction, land purchases, manufactured homes with or without land, commercial real estate, and other consumer or business loans. Eva Bank is your one-stop lender. The process is fast and easy. You can apply in person, over the phone at 256-255-2000, or you can visit us online at www.evabank.com to get started today. Eva Bank, NMLS number 414640, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All right, who we got?
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. I am Christopher Greer, joined by my partners in crime, Mr. Corey Harris and Joseph Greer. We have a new quarterback coming in the game for the Aggies. That is number 12, Connor Scott, the freshman. And Ardmore kicked it away during that commercial break. We're a bit confused by calling a timeout and then kicking it. He's going to hand the ball off to his running back. He goes forward for about 2 yards. Looks like we've got some of the young guys coming in for the Aggies, and we love calling their names as well.
Was that number 13? Carrying the ball? No, we don't have a 13.
No, we do not. It was number 31. We don't have a 31 on our sheets either.
Wow. They ain't even got them printed up yet.
Hey, you know
They're
what?
so new on the team.
Still, that's a great thing. That's part of the reason why you got such good players coming up is you develop them when they're young.
That's true.
Quarterback takes a snap. He's going to roll to his right. He looks downfield. It's complete up to about the 39-yard line, and he gets hit immediately.
Number 32.
Colin Nelson on the catch, and a completion by the freshman, number 12, Connor Scott.
That was a great hook route right there. He ran a great, like 12-yard route, came back to quarterback, easy throw and catch there. This is a great time. You've got young players, and this may seem insignificant to a lot of people, but to these players, the coaching staff, the team, this is critical for building on their success. And these minutes are so important to their development long term.
Sophomore, number 33, Braden Brooks is out there beside Connor Scott in the shotgun. Twins to the far side. 3rd and 2. He's going to hand it off to Brooks. He's going to go off the left side. Has a seam. He's across the 50. He might go. He's down to the 40.
What a run.
Finally going to be brought down at the 30-yard line. Fantastic run by the sophomore, Braden Brooks. Wow. 3rd and 2. Picks up a Josh Phillips Impact Mortgage first down. Fantastic carry by that young man.
Well, it's easy, too, when you've got that offensive line just eating like they're doing right now. I mean, phenomenal job.
They're rocking and rolling, ain't no doubt.
Well, the young kids come off the field, and I think we're about to see victory formation, folks.
I believe you're right.
Barrett York is out there. They're not going to try and score. That's not who they are, even though that I picked, my point spread was saying they would score more points. Coach said no.
Well, I won anyway.
Right. Barrett York takes the snap. He's going to knee it down, and here's a homecoming victory for the Aggies. 35-2. Fairview wins. We'll be right back after these messages with a recap, and then we're going to hear the Aggie band. You've been listening to Friday Night Live. Final score at Dafford Smith Stadium, 35-2. We'll be right back after these messages.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA and the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association.
In the game of mortgages, experience matters. Meet Josh Phillips, a veteran with over 13 years in the mortgage industry. As a leader in the local mortgage community, Josh is more than just a lender. He's a partner who believes in making an impact. At Impact Mortgage Group, they're not just making mortgages. They're making a positive impact on borrowers and our community. You can experience the difference too with Josh Phillips at Impact Mortgage Group.
I'm Josh Phillips of Impact Mortgage Group. You can reach me at 256-338-2920, and I'll show you how my experience can help impact your next home purchase.
In MLS number 338177. We've spent a lot of time on this. The investigation is finally over. We uncovered several leads, and we have finally found it. We have found what every small business in Coleman has been looking for. Fiber optic quality internet is here. Utilizing cutting-edge radio technology, Cyber Broadband is now able to offer fiber optic quality internet in the immediate downtown Coleman area and most Coleman industrial parks. More information is available by calling Cyber Broadband 256-734-1077, 256-734-1077, or on the web at cyberbroadband.net. Are you ready to make your next move in Coleman? Hi, I'm Tommy.
And I'm Angela. We're not just realtors, we're a family dedicated to helping yours.
We're not just about buying or selling property. We're about building connections within our community.
From local schools to charity events, we're active because we care about Coleman.
When you use us, you're not just getting one realtor, you're getting a team working around the clock for you.
With our experience and expertise, we'll guide you through every step of the process.
We're the Warhurst Team Realtors at Hagamore Realty Group.
We make it happen, you make it home.
Coleman Appliance Repair is your locally owned and operated appliance and repair company. Servicing most models and brands, they can be found on Facebook or Google for in-home appliance repair needs. Proudly supporting Coleman area athletics and collegiate football, when that appliance frustrates you and you're in need of a repairman, Robert Brantley is ready to help. You can call him at 256-507-3415 or find him on Facebook, Google, or online at ColemanApplianceRepair.com.
Welcome back to Friday Night Live. I am Christopher Greer. The final score here, 35-2 at Dafford Smith Stadium. And Dad, Coach Harris, what did you guys see that jumped out at you?
All right, one thing that I noticed, we came out early. We had a good drive. We ended up having a fumble, and it just seemed like that deflated us. All the wind went out of our sails. And the rest of that quarter, we didn't really do anything. It was sort of we just were there, lethargic and showing up. But coming out in the second quarter, we picked it up, and we really turned it on the third and the fourth. So, that shows some resilience. That shows that nobody quit. That shows that they went out and tried their best, and they did especially well here in this fourth quarter because we had a lot of guys that you don't normally hear from that were, contributing. And I think Ardmore is a better team than what we saw last year when we went to Ardmore, Chris, but they still lack a little bit. Their passing game is really, really disconnected.
That's a good way to put it, I would say. And as somebody who coaches wide receivers, would you agree with that, Coach Harris?
I would agree. The passing attack from Ardmore was discombobulated.
That's a big word.
I know. I'm not even sure if I said it right, honestly.
Did you have to leave Auburn to learn that word?
Well, we learned that.
Well, there were certainly elements that were discombobulated.
Well, I would agree with that. Their passing routes, I'm not exactly sure what the concepts were at some cases. A lot of times they're throwing to single receivers.
Right.
The ball, there were some opportunities where they could have connected, hit the receivers in the hands. They just didn't make plays. To me, you look at a team like Fairview come in, it could have gotten bad early. It actually was kind of ugly the first quarter. You have a strong leadership team. They take control of the ball game later on, and the better team is always going to find a way to win through four quarters. And I think what you saw today was a team that was better, do what they do good, do what they do best, really, zone running schemes, screens, and it was way too much for Ardmore to handle.
Well, one thing I was really impressed with was our offensive line.
Yes.
We opened up holes that me and Chris Greer riding piggyback could have run through.
And what a sight that would be.
Wouldn't it, though?
Who would be riding and who would be carrying? That's the question.
I'm small, so you'd have to carry me, Chris.
Probably. Yeah. I mean, I'm used to it by now.
Carry Coach Harris, too, we just put him on there.
I'm used to that, too. I've been carrying him for 2 years.
Well, that's all right, because I did 45 before then.
I give him a hard time, but we have a good time coaching together. The things that jumped out to me is it seemed like the scheme for Ardmore was lacking. I thought you brought up an excellent point, Coach Harris, that, when you're sending a single guy out in pass routes, it's not that hard to cover that. And the reason you send multiples out is you make it hard for the defense. Fairview didn't throw the ball a lot. They took a couple of shots downfield. They did a lot of stuff out in the flats, but it was enough to keep the defense honest. And that, coupled with the zone blocking scheme by that offensive line, man, that was just killer. The offensive line showed up and showed out.
I agree with that. And I think, for me, Ardmore impressed me at times, with their runnings, particularly their misdirection, their counters, their wildcat. That was impressive. I wish they would have went after that more. They'd had more success, I think. But again, just like you said, Chris, the scheme there, not only from the passing but from the running as well, just at times was odd to me. I don't think they strung together a good drive. They got momentum, and when they did get momentum, they shot themselves in the foot. We had a fumble, a bad snap,
a bad penalty. you had multiple plays, whereas early in the first quarter, Fairview had some mishaps, which resulted in the only point scored by Ardmore of the night. I mean, you look at your defense, and when the only points on the scoreboard come from a bad snap going over the quarterback's head into the end zone for a safety, that's impressive.
It is. It truly is. And, there's a lot of things probably need to be corrected. One thing that I was impressed with about Ardmore was their misdirection plays, but their quarterback was key to all of it. And by that, I mean, he faked out.
He faked me
put
out.
His plays, faked so well that I was watching the fake rather than where the ball was. I'd have to pick it back up, But that's not going to win you a ball game. It takes, a good quarterback that does that, a good running back that runs hard, and more importantly, an offensive line that gives them a place to run.
Well, to that point, the offense that they were running, or Ardmore's running, is built to be successful, obviously, on the ground.
Right.
I don't think the offensive line is, I don't want to say they didn't have the ability to do so. I think Fairview had a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
But
I think the Fairview defensive scheme really gave them a hard time because they stacked that box and dared them to pass.
Well, they
did their
too.
Yeah, they did their homework. They got penetration on that offensive line and really just grabbed that bull by the horns and wouldn't let it get going.
And for the most part, they were disciplined. They played gap defense. They didn't leave an open gap. Occasionally they did, especially up front, the A gap, allowed the quarterback to sneak through. But they did play very disciplined, and that helped them win this ball game.
Well, we're about to hear the Fairview Aggie Marching Band. This band always puts on an amazing show. These guys are so good, and they do such work. They work really, really hard. They've got a competition tomorrow in Aniana. I expect that they're going to do very well. And, we just saw a magic trick by the drum major to start things off. Here's the Fairview Aggie Marching Band.
should have. They won 28-0.
They sure did. We were sitting up here.
Oh, there's John Paul. There's St. John Paul.
This is John Paul II. Well, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the price. We were sitting up here waiting.
About that, you don't have to sing it hard.
Yeah, I meant to tell you your code's still down there in the car. Did you eat corn?
You saw what I ate.
Well, yeah. I don't even chew mine, though.
Hey, surprisingly, Hansel lost.
I know, I saw that.
Scott Gunnersville beat Scottsboro.
Hartsville. But who? Alright, so we got to pick the Happy Home player of the game. Who do you say?
Inverse, I'll hypnotize you, let me lie. I need a volunteer, how about you? Lie. Come on down the front, sit right here and don't be shy. So come on, and see the show tonight. For real, be astounded, no guns or poltergeist. You know I'm no Pinocchio, I never told a lie. They call me Mr. Magic, man, I'm blowing 5'9".
Coleman's down. They just also admitted they were headed. They're still in it. All right, welcome back to Dafford Smith Stadium after the marching band just finished up. Man, they do a great job. Pretty much everybody on the home side stayed for the show, guys, and they put on a great one. They always do. So we got to talk about the Happy Homes player of the game. You know, there's so many that we could name. Dad, who would you name as a player of the game for tonight?
Well, there were a lot of guys. Defense, we had number 64 who did his normal game.
Right.
He hammered three guys really good. They'll remember it in the morning if they don't remember it right now. I think, but by and large, the one that had the biggest impact on the game. And if you ask him, I'm sure he'll say it wasn't all me. It was my offensive line would be Mr. Jones. You know, he scored. He played a good game, a very good game.
Yeah, 26, Carson Jones. You know, if I could give it to who I'd like to give it to, I'd give it to the entire offensive line.
Yeah, I agree.
That offensive line played lights out. They opened up seams. The quarterback wasn't pressured not a single time tonight. But if I had to pick one, just one guy, it would be number 26, Carson Jones. What do you say, Coach?
He definitely made an impact on me. He ran the ball well, of course. I always know that offensive line is what's opening up the holes for him. So he obviously didn't do it all himself, but he played well. Someone that I thought played pretty good was Colt Redding. I thought he, from the special team standpoint, did phenomenal too.
Yeah, I agree.
And
he really hammered some of those kickoffs.
Kind of undersized out there. Played a little bit at quarterback, but he was shifty.
Right.
Ran hard, so that impressed me as well. But I do think, as you said, Carson Jones. How many touchdowns did he end up with tonight?
I have him down as 4. Chris said he thought he had 3, and York had 2.
I mean, 3 to 4, regardless, is still pretty good.
Yeah,
it is. And the player of the week, player of the game for the game, brought to you by Happy Homes Real Estate. We're gonna all agree that it's Carson Jones, number 26, the junior. And again, man, great game, great team game by the Aggies. I'm so happy for the win. You've been listening to the Fairview Aggie Network here on Live 95, and we're getting ready to close out. We will be back live next week when it comes time for us to play Brewer. And thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you, and good night. Final score here at Dafford Smith, 35-2. You've been listening to Christopher Greer, Joseph Greer, and Corey Harris. Have a great night, guys. And we love you guys. Good night.
Hey, Coleman drivers. Are you tired of the hassle and confusion when it comes to buying a car? Well, we've got fantastic news for you. Meet Adam Aker at Mitch Smith Chevrolet in Coleman, your go-to guy for a no-nonsense car buying experience.
Hey, folks. Adam here. Buying a car shouldn't be stressful. That's why at Mitch Smith Chevrolet